Hello and welcome to another live Sprues and Brews Battle Report. Today, Dominion is up for pre-order, so we thought we'd play a game using the contents of the box. Now, we've never been ones for top-tier tournament play, so we're playing Path to Glory, which is a really exciting part of the new rule set. With a more kind of narrative mindset, you build your force, you watch it grow over battles and create a stronghold and get territories around it, and it's really, really exciting. One of our favourite parts of the game. So yeah, we're pitting the forces in the box against each other. I am commanding the Stormcast Eternals, while Dave is commanding the Kruleboyz. Now, you get super good value in the Dominion box. There's about 1,300 points of Stormcast. So we've had to add a couple of units to the Kruleboyz force, just to make things balanced for this game. So Dave, do you want to talk through what you've got in your army?
Yeah, so as Matt said, I've got the contents of the Kruleboyz. So I've got all of the characters. My general is, of course, the killer boss on Nash Tooth, but we also have the one on foot with his Stab Grotto, who's the most important model in the set. We've also got our Shaman, we've got a unit of Gut Rippers, 2 units of 10 Hobgrots, the Bolt Boys, and to finish off the army, to make it up in points, I've got a unit of 5 Ard Boys and a unit of 3 Gore Grunters, because they've had slight rules tweaks with how they capture objectives now.
Have they now?
They have indeed, so give them a run out.
Excellent. And what? So the Stormcast, we're using the stuff out of the box. Obviously got a couple of enhancements that I've given to my guys. So my general has got the skilled leader, so there's a chance he gets a extra command point at the start of the battle round. I've also got the Amulet of Destiny on him, so he's got a 5+ ward save. I have given my Knight Arcanum Levitate, and then with my battalion, I've also given her the Mist spell that blocks line of sight across stuff.
So yeah, I forgot to mention all of that above. So my command trait is Battle Lust, so I'm re-rolling runs and charges on my general. My general also has my first artifact, which is on his boss sticker. It's +1 to wound. It's the Vial of Venom. My Shaman has the Flaming Weapon spell, which gives him +1 damage. He's also, because I've got a Warlord battalion, he's got an artifact as well. He's got the Arcane Tome, so he can cast an extra spell. And because I have slightly less points than Matt, although we always have to pick one now, don't we?
You do,
but I've got a Triumph, and I've gone for Inspired, which is +1 to wound for a unit, once per battle.
Well, that sounds horrific, Dave. So yeah, really excited to play this. This is our first game of 3rd edition, so it should be fun.
Yeah.
And Path to Glory, so at the end of this, we'll be rolling up for injury, seeing what experience they get and all that fun stuff. What we will be doing going forward is starting a full Path to Glory campaign, featuring as many different factions as we can, starting off around 600 points and working our way up. So that's something to look forward to.
Absolutely.
We are not alone in the studio today. We have got Jay manning the cameras.
Hello everyone.
He will also be looking to call out to the chat. I see we've got a few people watching, 14 people watching so far. So yeah, let us know where you're from, how you're getting on. And yeah, Jay will shout out your questions and any queries you've got. He's also got the rules on hand as well. If you have got any rules queries, Jay will try and sort you out as we play. We may get things wrong, this is our first battle, but we're here to roll some dice and have some fun. We are playing Sudden Assault, which is one of the new narrative play Path to Glory missions. Really, really kind of simple one to start with. We've deployed in alternate quarters. Dave is the invader, so he put down his force first, deployed the Stormcast opposite him, and Dave will get to pick who gets the first turn. And essentially, at the end of each battle round, each quarter of the board, you count up however many models from each side are in it. The side with the most gets a point. So, numbers-wise, Dave's got quite an advantage here. So I'm going to have to be careful with the Stormcast. Let's see if we can do anything to make a bit of a difference. So yeah, going into the first battle round, Dave, who do you want to take the first turn?
I am going to allow you to take the first turn, Matt.
Excellent. So, we both get I get a command point. I also get an additional command point because my general's alive. Dave, you get 2 command points and an additional command point because your general's alive. So a lot of command points to play with.
Absolutely.
So let's have a look to see what we're going to do here. So we've got the hero phase first. Now, one of the new things that they've added in the new edition of the game are heroic actions. So this is a choice of 4 different abilities. You get to pick one in each player's hero phase, starting with the person whose turn it is. Now, a lot of them are going to make more of a difference when we're in the thick of the fighting. But yeah, what I'm going to do for mine is pick Heroic Leadership. On a 4+, I'll get an additional command point. And that is not a 4+. Dave, what are you doing?
I'm going to do exactly the same as you, Matt. I think when our generals start scrapping, some of the other options are going to be a lot tastier. But I'm also going to go for rogue leadership, and I'm also not going to gain a command point.
Negatory. Cool. So spell wise, I don't know if I'm in range for a lot of stuff, to be honest. I might try and put that mist on that scenery piece.
Ooh.
To try and shut you down a little bit. Or do I?
Welcome to James Turner in the chat. Yeah, we're also looking forward to seeing how the game plays. This is our first try with the rules.
It's also really nice just to be rolling dice after all the lockdowns and different things. So it's I'm really looking forward to this.
Okay, so I've only got one cast because I've only got one wizard. I'm going to try and put Mystic Shield on this unit of Vindictors over
The
here.
new Mystic Shield, the new and improved Mystic Shield.
This goes off on a 5. It has gone off on an 8. Would you like to try and unbind that, Dave?
You're going to have to remind me what the unbind range is, Matt.
It's a 30-inch range.
So, you know what? Why not? You can only cast one spell.
Go for it.
But I have failed to unbind it. So
That is
you
a
have a
bonus.
Mystic Shield.
Cool, so they've got a Mystic Shield on them. Let's just put a little marker on those.
A Mystic Shield now, you said that's +1 save now, isn't it? Not
It is +1
really.
save. It's changed from reroll ones, so that's really cool. Okay, so really that's it for kind of command stuff that I can do. You're quite far out of range. Now, I'm going to struggle here because I haven't got the bodies to just move on and get these. So I think I'm going to have to try and cause some disruption to these Uruks. Yeah, I think we're going to have to do some shenanigans here. So let us move up the battlefield. The Vindictors have got a move value of 5. Do we want to... See, problem is, I'm really not going to be able to charge you. So do I let you come to me, or... Yeah, these guys are going to run
Ooh.
an inch.
They're not keen. They're not
That was
keen on
fairly- that was
the
fairly
horde of
pathetic.
Uruks in front of them. Obviously spooking them slightly.
Now, obviously, one thing that you need to keep in mind in the new edition of the game are the new coherency rules. So for units of 5, you have to be within an inch of another friendly model. For a unit of more than 5, you need to be within coherency of 2 models. So really the only thing that's going to affect Dave's big clumps of troops here, you might just need to be careful while moving them.
Yeah.
The Praetors are bound to my wizard to try and shrug some wounds if Dave tries to take her out. Again, really, I'm not going to be able to score many points this turn. So I think what I'm going to try and do is just build up a bit of a defensive wall that Dave's going to have to try and fight through. He's feeling a bit ballsy. He's going to jump forward with his Griffound. And then I'm wondering, do I get Indrastra in the thick of things?
Oh.
No, not yet.
I
Not
thought
yet.
she was being a bit of a torpedo then, just shoot down the battlefield on her own.
The other unit of Vindictors are going to run up 8 inches. And again, I'm not going to get many points the first few turns, so I think I need to draw out the Orcs and then do a bit of a counter-attack on them. The question is, do I bring down the Annihilators and try and do some early damage to the Uruks?
Oh.
I'm going to put this out to the chat. Chat, do you want to see the Annihilators drop from the heavens in fiery glory and smite the foul Orcs? Or to hold them back next turn and maybe try and hit them when they're a bit more disorganised? What do we think?
Are Uruks ever truly organised, Matt?
I don't think they ever are. I don't
Especially
think
not
they
when
ever
they're
are.
when they're commanded by me.
What do they do when they come down?
So the Annihilators, when they come down, every enemy unit within 10 inches on a 3+, they take D3 mortal wounds. Now, the Lord Imperator's on the battlefield. Because of that, they can set up 7 inches or outside of 7 inches rather than outside of 9 inches. So that could make a big difference. Now, realistically, though, I I could land like there and hit a lot of Orcs. You know what? I might do that. So I'm bringing them down. What's the chat said? Nothing from the chat. We'll go with it. These guys are coming down from the heavens. Gives Dave something to think about. So they need to be outside of 7 inches of enemy models. So I reckon we can do that.
They are such nice models, aren't they? Look at the size of those shields.
James Turner thinks you should have waited a turn.
Should have waited a
We'll
turn.
find out whether this was a good idea or not.
So, well, we've committed now. So what we're going to do is try and hit some of these units. And I think it's going to be most of these here. Because I can get him outside of 7 of them. I think Dave, you can see. I think you can hit those guys, them, him, and them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Lardy-Dar says, drop them now. You can always reforge after Ulrich duff you up.
Exactly. Yeah. that is the way to go. Thanks for everyone watching. If you're not already following us as well, follows would be much appreciated. It helps kind of get the word out and share the content. We are simultaneously streaming on Twitch and YouTube, so whichever format you prefer, join in there. So each of those units on a 4+, on a 3+, you take D3 mortal wounds.
Hobgrots.
So the Hobgrots don't take any wounds. The Archer guys take D3 mortal wounds. They take a mortal wound.
Okay.
The Shaman take D3 mortal wounds. He takes a mortal wound.
So 1 mortal wound.
One mortal wound on the Shaman. The unit of Oryx don't take anything. The Banner Bearer doesn't take anything. And the Hobgrots doesn't take anything. So disappointing. Strike from the heavens there.
Disappointing for you, Matt. Pretty good for me.
Yeah, that's a shame. That's a shame. So what I think we're going to do now is shoot in phase. We've not got a lot we can shoot with, to be honest. My Lord Imperitant's got an 18-inch range on his wand, but I don't think that's going to...
James Turner is getting his apologies in early in case this doesn't work out for you, Matt.
I think your chat might be on a delay. We both commented before you said, oh, it's fine. Guidance from Sigmar. So he is in range to shoot a bolt of Stormcast magic at those Hobgrots.
Okay.
D6 shots with this. 1 shot, and he hits on a 3+. He's hit on a 5. He wounds on a 3+. He is not wounded. Disappointing all round. Indrasta does get a ranged attack, but I think she's going to be out of range this turn.
Lobs a spear, doesn't she?
She does, yeah. So disappointing damage output from the Stormcast so far. I'm not going to lie. Though, if we can put some pressure on this side, it might force Dave to think about what he does on that side. So in the charge phase, the Stormcast are going to attempt to charge.
Okay.
That is a 7. I am outside of 7. I don't believe I've got anything that gives me +1 to charge unless...
I thought they re-roll charges when they've deep shot.
They do, I think.
Landed in.
The banners do. Nope, doesn't say so. They instead do kind of impact hits when they die.
Is it the banner that makes them re-roll?
Banners make them re-roll for them.
Yeah.
So, I've got some command points to burn though. So I'm going to use a command point because the squad leader can now issue a command. So in this phase, they've issued a command and received a command because each unit can only do that once.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going to attempt to re-roll that charge. Let's see if they can do it. 7! No, it's still a 7! So, in fact, you know what? That's going to work because outside of 7, they're still going to get in within half an inch, aren't they?
Yes.
So they don't actually need to re-roll that.
No.
So they are going in.
I forgot you were within 7. It's
Yeah.
New rule. Yeah.
So.
Oh, he's going that way, is he?
Of course I'm going that way.
Well, I think I might have to try something new myself here.
If you're in line of sight, Dave, you could shoot them. Of course, the woods block line of sight.
But my Hobgrots have got ranged weapons.
Oh, the Hobgrots. So the Hobgrots can.
So
yeah.
I did think you were going to come this way and that I would get to use my new Bolt Boys, but you've charged the Hobgrots, so I am going to spend a command point. So I'm down to 2, and I'm going to unleash Hell.
So you
the
get
unit
to
that
make a
receives the
shot.
command must be within 9 inches of enemy and more than 3 inches from any other enemy units. The unit that receives the command can shoot in that phase, but it's -1 to hit.
Yep.
So, let's have a look at the Hobgrots.
Never normally worries an orc, does it?
No. Well, I need to keep that. Don't want to pick that one up. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 9. We've not killed one yet. So I've got 10 sulfuric scrap grenades. 1 attack each. I'm going to be hitting on 5s because of the -1.
Yep.
And I have failed to hit you no hits. 0 hits.
No hits. Okay.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is Unleash Hell.
That was impressive, Dave. I was full of fear for your all of the evil stuff that you managed to do there. So what we're going to do is I think what we're going to do is pile in with these guys, because obviously it's only them. So he's going to go there, he's going to go there. And we're going to murder some poor hobgrots, I'm afraid, Dave.
Yeah, now I could use a command point in maybe, I think it's add 1 to my save, isn't it? All out defence.
Your options in the combat phase, Dave, are all out defence, so add 1 to save rolls, or you can use all out attack and add 1 to hit rolls.
But before we get to this, don't you need to do something at the end of the charge phase, Matt?
I do. So I rolled a 7 for these. So each 4+ will cause a mortal wound. That is 5 mortal wounds on the hobgrots.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Unsurprised to hear that these guys only have the 1 wound each.
Yeah, they're not the strongest, the hobgrots, are they?
No, and that is half the unit squashed.
Cool. Unsurprisingly, I'm not going to spend any command points to make them do stuff.
Neither am I. Neither am I, Matt.
So what we're going to do is punch them in the face. So the champion gets an extra attack, otherwise you get 3 attacks each. They're hitting on 3s, which is not too bad, and they are wounding on 3s. Oops. That is 5 wounds at -1 rend.
Okay, so I don't get a save.
That is 10 damage.
That is the unit wiped. It's Kurt Splats. Goodbye, Unit 1 of the Hobgrots.
So yeah, those guys hurt on the charge, don't they? Now they're probably going to die, but the thing is, Dave now might have to commit some models to take these out rather than getting into this territory.
Exactly. If it wasn't for them, I would just be fanning out to capture as many points early. So I think I want to build my points up straight away before I get splatted by Stormcast.
Yeah. So obviously we score at the end of the battle round in this mission. So Dave can potentially get a lot of points here, but he has got to consider those. So yeah, onto your hero phase, Dave.
So heroic actions first, Matt. Now I believe you can pick any of your heroes to do one of these heroic actions.
Yep, you pick one of your heroes and you pick a heroic action.
So what I am going to do is I'm going to do a heroic recovery. So I pick one friendly hero, roll 2d6. If it's lower than their bravery, then they heal d3 wounds. You've got them wounded my shaman. So I'm going to do it on him. So I'm going to roll 2d6. I'll check what his bravery is in a second. 5, 6, 7, 8. I have a feeling it's going to be less than that.
Yep.
It's a bravery of 6, so I failed to do that.
Unlucky. I'm going to do heroic leadership. On a 4+ I get a command point. And I do, so I'm on 3 command points now.
Okay. So we are going to do the rest of my hero phase. So over to my shaman. I have given Flaming Weapon, but he does have a pretty cool ability on his War Scroll. But I don't think I need to do that right now.
Looks like James Turner's off the hook then, Matt. Your big heavy Stormcast dude's got the work done.
Well, they did now, but they're about to get charged by a load of orcs, I imagine.
Yeah. My shaman, for his first spell, because he can do 2 because he's got the Arcane Tome artifact, he's going to put Mystic Shield on the Gut Rippers.
On the Gut Rippers, okay. Which one's your shaman, that guy? Yeah.
This guy here. So it was a 5, wasn't it? He's rolled a 10.
Gone off on a 10. I'm just checking if we need line of sight for unbinding. No, you don't. You have to be within. So, I may as well try Mystic Shield. On the what, sorry?
On the Gut Rippers.
On the Gut Rippers.
Mm-hmm.
On a 10.
Mm-hmm.
+1 save.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you have it.
Okay. For his second spell, he is going to do...
Oh, this guy can cast 2 spells.
I gave him an artifact, Arcane Tome,
right, yeah,
so
cool.
he can. I'm going to do the new and improved Arcane Bolt. So I believe that's a...
Goes up to 5 still, I believe.
Is it 5 still? 5.
Right, we'll try and stop that with the the Knight Arcanum on a 6.
Stopped it. So that is all my magic. Is there anything else to do in my hero phase? I don't believe there is. If there is, then I've forgotten about it. So let's start moving. First things first. These Hobgrots here are going to run. So this unit on this other side. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8.
So, I mean, already you've probably got more models than me in that quarter of the board for the purposes of the objective.
Yeah.
So,
Like I say, I just want to score as many points early on as I possibly can.
yeah. So everyone in the chat, are you looking forward to Dominion? Who's managed to pre-order one this morning? Last time I looked, I think it's still available on the Games Workshop website. So yeah, it's well worth picking up. We've had the box for about a week now. We've done a full review over on the website. So if you go to spruesandbrews.com, I've got a full in-depth deep dive onto the book and an unboxing. And I've managed to get these painted up. Dave has got a good way of the way through the Kruleboyz as well.
I must say, they are an absolute joy to paint. There's a lot more detail on them than I actually expected. But yeah, they're really nice. Okay, he's just going to move up to there. Okay, the Ard Boys, which I think are movement 5. It's the problem when you're out of practice rolling dice. Because I am a big Auric fan, they're movement 4. So they are.
Oh. Hi Grace here, just seen you in the chat there. I'm glad you managed to get yourself a copy. Plus some other bits. What else have you picked up? There's quite a lot on pre-order actually today, not just the Dominion box.
There is, yeah. So the General's Handbook, sadly, we did have a review one very kindly sent by Games Workshop, but it hasn't actually arrived in time. So hopefully we should have that Monday to look through some of the points and some of the match play bits. There is a Path to Glory journal, if you're into that side of it, where you can log your Path to Glory battles. There is also some objectives. There is a kind of card playing surface and combat gauges, that kind of stuff. I kind of went for the big, awesome looking limited edition rulebook as well, because I'm a bit of a sucker for nice shiny rulebooks. So yeah, I want to add that to the collection.
So let's move this banner out of the way first. Wasn't expecting you to come down there, Matt, when I was placing my army.
Keeping the Uruks on the toes.
So he is going.
Glad to see that, Simon. Glad you managed to get yourself a copy as well.
There's some precise measuring going on here from Dave.
It's all about. In fact, he's going to run because I don't want him to get into combat yet. I don't think.
An inch.
An inch, so 6 inches.
Hey, nothing sad with the combat gauge, Grace here. I got a collection of combat gauges and the metal one's really nice. Bit of a phalanx of orcs moving up there, Dave.
Yeah, they've got their eye on these annihilators. And the general is also wanting to get stuck in. He's got plenty of movement there. So if we just put that guy back there. And I've dropped my combat gauge on my guys. He's going to go to there.
Okay, so Dave, I'm going to use redeploy on these guys.
Okay.
Issued from the sergeant on the unit. They can make a D6 inch move.
Okay.
2 inches, that's a shame. I was hoping to get a little bit further away from you with that.
One of the new command abilities then, that's cool.
So basically it means that you can potentially counter people's charges.
Yeah. Okay. So, I think that is going to be us for the time being in the movement phase. So we're going to go to shooting. So I haven't moved my Bolt Boys, so they've got their full 24-inch aim shots. You've got Mystic Shield on these.
I haven't missed a shield on these yet. So
And what's the save like on these protectors?
The Praetors have got
Praetors.
3+ save.
They have a 3+ save. Okay. We are going to try... And they've got a 3+ save with Mystic Shield as well, haven't they?
So, no, they've got a 2+ save with Mystic Shield.
Okay. We're going to put the aim shots into your protectors.
Okay, the Knight Arcanum is going to put all-out defense on those for a command point. So they have got a 2+ save.
Okay. So these are hitting on... Sorry, Matt, do you want to move your dice?
Oh, sorry.
It's alright. Hitting on 2s with this aim shot. So I've missed once. I am wounding on 3s. That is 1 wound at -1.
So 3+ save with the all-out defence.
Mm-hmm.
Saved it.
Okay. Other shooting, I'm out of range because that's my only other range shots there. Don't think anybody else has got range shots. So we're going to go into the charge phase. So the first thing that is going to declare a charge is going to be the Gut Rippers.
The Gut Rippers, okay.
Okay. They are going 12 inches.
Wow.
So yeah, Gut Rippers go in.
Yeah, that's that is very, very impressive from those guys. So we're going to come around here. Now what I do need to be careful about here is you mentioned about the coherency.
Yep, so each model needs to be within an inch of 2 other models.
So you don't want to wrap around too much, do you? Because you're going to be out of coherency, aren't you?
Yep, so really you're going to need either fully encircle me, making sure there's an inch between them, or you're going to have to go in 2 ranks.
If I fully encircle you, I will still struggle, won't I? Because
You've got an inch between each one, so that's an inch.
Mm-hmm.
These guys have a 2-inch range as well, do they, Dave?
They do, yeah.
Yeah, so you can fight in 2 ranks with those guys.
Yeah, so what we'll do is we'll come around this way.
Now, so that one is going to have to be within.
Yeah. So I'm coming to there.
We haven't had a chance yet, James, to look at the new Path to Glory journal. But Matt has created some cool spreadsheets that we're going to start using to sort of chronicle our own Path to Glory. And
I don't think spreadsheets have ever been cool, Joe. But yeah, so I haven't posted it on the site yet. I was going to do a Path to Glory article and put it in there. If you head over to our Twitter though, last night I think I posted a link to it.
We're going to be looking at the Path to Glory as well after this battle, aren't we? While you work through the sort of end game with these forces.
We are, yeah, all going well.
So watch to the end, and then you'll get a little glimpse of the Path to Glory in action, I guess.
My killer boss on Nashtooth. He wants a piece of this.
He wants a piece of
this action. He's going to go 8, so that should be absolutely fine. He's going to go to here. And I've actually just remembered that Banner Guy's got a cool start the combat phase ability, but I've run him away, so he's not going to go in. And that is going to be me. I don't want to charge. I was going to attempt to charge the Gorgrunters in as well, but because what we're talking, the table edge is about here, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
this is it. Models wholly within the table edge. So it's 24 inches. You've got no models wholly within this table edge.
So what I could do with doing is charging
and get them into this quarter.
So I can get them into the quarter. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to charge with the Gorgrunters. 6, 7, 8. So I'm not too fussed about how many I get in.
I'm just impressed, Dave, that you've so far not failed to charge.
This is rare.
This is
rare.
very, very rare. If you're making
very,
the listeners or viewers will know. So yeah, I think you've got all those in there.
Yeah.
I've got a quick question here, guys. So the Uruk Kruleboyz, your Gut Rippers, they have the coherency rule. They have to be within range of 2 models.
Yeah.
The Gorgrunters don't.
So if a unit's 5 or less, they only have to be 1 model. More than 5, it's 2.
Right.
Okay. So do I want to use any command abilities at the beginning of the combat phase?
So it'd be when you pick a unit to fight
that you can choose. Okay, so I'm already +1 to hit with my boss, so I don't think I need to use any right now. I've got 2 remaining.
That's it, because the hit modifiers they can't
Can't
anymore,
stack.
don't they? Yeah.
No. I mean, he's hitting on 3, so he's hitting on 2s anyway.
Yeah.
Now, because if I had something that gave you negatives, it could be worth stacking. You'll get a maximum benefit of 1.
Yeah.
However, that's net after you've taken my negatives off.
Yeah. So you find like Shining Company Luminef, you'd use.
Might
it
be
to
worth stacking it a little
yeah.
bit to get the benefit of the 1 in the end.
Oh, I like that. I mean, that's 40k, isn't it? They did the same thing with 40k, so.
Yeah.
I'm not going to use any command abilities. I might save those.
Well, the thing is as well, I guess your command points, they expire at the end of the turn, don't they?
So you want to use them.
So if you've got them, you may as well use it. I mean, you could use all-out defence as an option here.
When I fight back.
When you fight
when
back.
he fights back, yeah, I've already got that in mind. What I was thinking of doing is actually popping my Triumph, but he's already +1 to wound with his own weapon, so it only really affects his mount. So no, we're gonna go with the killer boss on Nash 2 first.
Okay, the sergeant in that unit's putting all out defence on that unit to give him a 1+ save.
Okay, no problem. I mean, there's nothing I could do to counter that anyway. There's nothing to add extra rend or anything. So we're gonna go first with his jagged boss sticker. So because he's charged, he's +1 to hit. So he's gonna be hitting on 2s with this.
Cool.
Let's use those 2 dice. And he rolls 3 ones!
Oh no.
Fantastic. So he's hit once. He has a relic, the Vial of Venom I think it's called, so he's +1 to wound. So it's 2+ to wound. I have wounded you. It would be -1 rend, so it takes you back down to your
2+ save.
normal save.
So 2+. Yeah, he's fine.
Okay, and then his mount is going to go. So his mount is also going to be hitting on 2s.
Oh, Dave.
And you know what? I'm not rolling any 6s here for mortal wounds either
No.
with the new Kruleboyz rule.
Oh, that's your allegiance ability, isn't it?
Yeah, that's not come up yet. So I have managed to hit you twice. This doesn't have +1 to wound, so it's going to be freeze to wound. I have wounded you twice. That is -2 rend.
Whereas 2s that'll put me down to a 3+ save net after my +1. They do take 1. How much damage is that?
2 damage.
2 damage. That kills a Stormcast.
Okay.
Now, I pick a unit within an inch, so we'll go for the... let's throw it on the unit of Gore Grunters.
Okay.
On a 4+. Oh no, sorry, that's not the right roll. Where are we? For each 6, you take a mortal wound, based on the number of wounds they've got. So you've got 2 wounds, roll 2 dice, and then each 6 does a mortal wound.
I think that gets buffed if you've got the Thunderstrike keyword.
It does. I've wanted the number of dice. So that's 3 dice on 6s. Nope, no mortal wounds.
Okay.
Poor Stormcast dies.
Is it add 1 dice or add 1 to the roll?
Add 1 dice.
Ah, you add 1 dice. I thought it was make it a 5+.
So that's a disappointing showing from my general there.
That is
That's
poor.
a lot of ones.
That is poor. And I put you in a tricky situation that we'll talk about in a little bit. But the Stormcast are going to go next against this unit of Uruks.
Mm-hmm.
So they are going to punch you in the face because they don't like you, basically. I'll find the stat card for the Annihilators. So we've only got 2 left, and I've removed the Sergeant there for shenanigans reasons that we'll see in a bit.
Okay.
So we've got 6 attacks. They'll be hitting you Kruleboyz on 3s, which they have done, and they are wounding you on 3s. So that is 4 wounds at -1.
4 wounds at -1. So I did put Mystic Shield on these. So their 4+ goes down to a 5+. Well, unfortunately, I failed.
So that's 8 damage.
8 damage. They've got 2 wounds each. So 2, 4, 6, and 8.
Okay. What are you piling in with next, Dave?
So I'm going to pile in with the Gut Rippers next. So he's just, my boss is going to go into there. You just want to make sure he keeps coherency. But they should all be able to scrap. Now is the time, I think, to use... So I'm going to use a command point, all out attack, so +1 to hit. And I'm also going to... Seems like a little bit of a waste, but I really want these guys to be gone and I don't have to worry about them anymore. So I'm going to use my Triumph before I forget about it.
Using your Triumph on those guys.
So +1 to wound. So I'm +1 to hit and I'm +1 to wound.
Okay.
They get 2 attacks each, so 2,
12.
4, 6, 8, 10, 12. 8, 10, 12. I get an extra 1, I believe, for having a Gut Ripper boss. And you know what I completely forgot? Completely forgot to do their scare tactics. Make you -1 to hit.
See, it's first game with them.
Yeah.
Once we pick up some games, we'll get it on. So yeah.
I knew there was something else that made them a little bit more defensive, but never mind. Now, what we want here, Matt, is we want to see lots and lots of 6s. So these hit on 4s normally, but I'm hitting on 3s because of the command ability. So we have done 3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
And I believe that it's not in addition, it's... so I read, the attack causes no more to target and the attack sequence ends. So, yeah, so I've done 3 mortal wounds.
Yep.
And I've missed 3 times. And then I'm going to be normally wounded on 4s, but I'm wounded on 3s because of my triumph.
Okay.
So that is a further 3 wounds, but you've got full saves on those.
So 1 plus save, but 1's always fail.
Yeah.
So yep, they save then.
So it's just the 3 mortal wounds.
So that kills this guy. Obviously we need to do his mortal wound nose. I should have got this right. So the allegiance ability, we get a number of dice equal to their wounds characteristic, which is 3 wounds. Did I take the other one down? He did have 3 wounds, didn't he? 3 wounds, and then each 6. An additional 1 for the armour, and each 6 does a mortal wound. We're going to pour those on the... we'll stick it on them. Okay. So 3 mortal wounds on them.
Wow.
Okay.
And those dice aren't even green, Dave.
I know. So that's 2 and another 1 is going to go on this guy right here. Okay.
So Dave, what are you doing?
I'm going to pile in with my Gorgrunter.
So the piling rules have changed a little bit as well, haven't they? It used to be towards the closest model, I think.
So it still is, but you can't get any further away from the closest model.
I thought it was piling towards a unit. Each model has to pile in towards the closest unit, I think.
No, it's still the same. You just can't get within. So you could, if he was here, he could pile round as long as he ends no further away from the closest model.
Now I know what Matt's thinking. Matt's thinking that I probably pulled that guy outside of that
You
board.
have. You are no longer wholly within that quarter for that model.
That's fine. I think it's important to kill this Annihilator. So I need to bring up his. So he's charged, so he's going to get bonuses as well. Gorgrunters.
Oh, it's good to have you with us, Lardy-da. Yeah, the video will be going up on the normal channel, so you'll be able to watch it back anyway later.
So we're going to go with the Pig Iron Chopper first. Oh, actually, I charged you. So on a 4+, what did I see? Within 1 inch. So I'm just going to get the 1. So on a 4+, you take a mortal wound. You take a mortal wound.
Yep. So 2 wounds left on him. So you should have done that in the charge.
Yeah,
it makes no difference really to what's happening.
So 4 attacks with the Pig Iron Chopper.
Yep.
We have hit you twice. We are wounding on 3s. 1 wound at -1.
So 2+ save. Oh, he's wounded. How much damage is that?
That's just 1 damage.
Okay, he's got 1 wound left.
And then we've got 4 attacks with the tusks and hooves. And because I have charged, I'm adding +1 to hit and wound rolls. So 3s and 3s. So 3 hits. 3 wounds, but no rend.
Okay, 2+. Yep, they save them all.
Oh, that is a shame. I was hoping to have killed him. So that is the end of the combat phase.
That is the end of the combat phase. So we've got Battle Shock.
Now, my killer boss has a funky ability called All Part of the Plan. If a friendly Kruleboyz unit fails a battle shock, so I still need to take a battle shock test, but if I fail it,
within what range though?
3 inches.
Yep, so 3 inches. So basically, they lose 1 model if you fail it.
Yeah. So they have lost half the unit. They are leadership. Well, they're right on the top here. They're bravery 5.
Okay, so roll the dice, add the number of models that are lost. So bravery 5, so they have lost it, but they only lose 1 anyway on that roll anyway, so they lose a model.
So I'll just lose this one that's wounded.
Likewise, the Annihilators need to do a save. Now, I've not saved any dice here for Battle Shock. I'm hoping he lives, because I might be able to do some shenanigans if he does survive.
Potentially.
So, what is that? A 5, 6, 7. He's fine just.
Right. Okay, and that is the end of the battle round.
So, yes, we need to tally up how many models we've got in each quarter. That one you've easily got.
Mm-hmm.
This one you've easily got. So you've definitely got 2. I've got 1. I think I've just got, even including these counting as 2, I think I've got just more models in this quarter of the board with these guys, unfortunately.
Yeah, I was tempted not to pile in with him, but I felt it was important to kill that Annihilator if I could.
Yeah. So, and you know what, you've got a lot of models on this side.
Yeah.
And that's kind of why I forced them up here, just to try and give me a couple of points at the start of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So I believe that puts us both on 2 points. So I think Jay will be updating the scores on the screen momentarily.
I lose my one last command point.
Yep, so any command points that you've got at the end of a battle round, they get reset to 0.
Oh, we've just had Frankie Minison Cat for following. That's great.
Thank you very much. Hope you're all enjoying this along at home. Obviously, we're going to be putting out loads of Path to Glory content. We're going to do our own campaign. We just want to try and show off the content to the new box with this one first. So, Dave, on to the second battle round. We need to roll off to see who has priority.
Would you like to roll first, Matt?
We'll roll at the same time, why not? 5 and a 3.
3.
I am... yeah, I'm absolutely going to take the priority there, Dave.
Okay.
So, I get a command point.
I gain 2.
I get an additional command point because my general's still alive and on the table. Put me on 2.
I go up to 3 because I also have my general still alive.
And I'm also going to use my battalion ability to get an additional command point this phase. That's once per game.
Yeah.
So I've got 3 command points.
Mm-hmm.
We have a question for Ironan. The Orc models count as 2 in this mission?
So the Gore Grunters have got 5 or more wounds each, so they count as 2 models each. Unless they've got less than that, in which case it's a moot point and my Stormcast have got that quarter
No, they've
anyway.
got 5 wounds.
So stuff like Colonel Hunters and stuff are going to be really good for counting as 2 models. Bigger monsters and stuff count as 5, which is really cool. So, yeah, hero phase. Hero phase. What do we want to do here, Dave?
Heroic. Should we do our heroic?
Yeah, the heroic actions. Now. I feel we need to put some pain on some Uruks.
Okay.
So, I am going to do the once per game, their finest hour on my general.
Ooh.
That puts +1 to wound and +1 to saves for this turn.
Okay. For my heroic action, I am going to... I think I'm going to try and gain a command point, heroic leadership. So on a 4+. Which I do get this time, so I'm up to 4.
So you've got a lot of command points to play with here, Dave.
Yeah, I think I need to be all-out defence, I think, in this battle round.
So, in the hero phase, I'm also going to use... Oh, I can't, because they're in combat. So I was going to use Rally, but you can't use it if you're within 3 inches of an enemy model.
That's the one where
And
you
if you roll
roll
the dice for
sixes.
each model lost on a 6, you get a model back.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Which
right, cool.
could be pretty handy, really. So, ideally, I want this guy alive. So I've still got some plans. It's fine. If he is within range, I don't think he is. I might be able to bring some models back using the Night Vexilla as well.
Oh, the once per game ability, yeah.
Wholly within 12 inches, so no, unfortunately, he's just out of range. But, going to stick to the plan here, I can potentially get this model back up to full strength to do some damage again by getting him out of dodge. So, rest of the hero phase, we are going to put... Do we put Mystic Shield on them? He's out of range. Yeah. Reinforce this side, swing round to your side. Yeah, I think we will. Going to put Mystic Shield on this unit of Vindictors.
Okay.
That has gone off just on a 6.
And you can only cast one spell,
I
can't
can only
you?
cast one spell.
So I'm still within deny range.
So how's everyone enjoying the battle? Any of you guys picking up either of these forces?
What did you roll?
You've rolled more than me. You've got 10.
Fantastic. No Mystic Shield for you.
So that is a fairly uneventful hero phase there. A lot of my other abilities I'm out of range for, which is a shame, but I'm biding my time. So, yeah. Unfortunately, we've got no monsters on the battlefield, because we could show some of the core anti-monster abilities that my...
I mean, Gnashtooth is pretty big, but he doesn't get the monster keyword, sadly.
He may be monstrous, but is he
Monstrous.
a monster?
I'm interested. I mean, we've seen what a new monster that the Kruleboyz are getting in the troll, like the siege troll. But I wonder if the Stormcast are going to get something as well.
I hope so. I tell you what, I want to bust out again, and I haven't used him since I won a wooden spoon with him. Was the Star Drake, the dragon for the Stormcast. I think it could be quite interesting.
Well, that's
to
a monster and a hero, so you can use the heroic actions.
You can use. I think he's, and I don't think he's had too much of a points increase either from what I've seen. So that's pretty good.
Is there
too bad?
Is there a caster variant of the Star Drake?
No.
No. Okay.
Not yet. You know, obviously we probably.
But you could make him a caster.
You could, yeah.
And he's also +1 to. He's got a +1 to cast aura at the moment. It's pretty cool.
What I'm going to do is retreat with this guy.
Boo! We've seen this. Stormcast retreating.
He's got a wound left. Needs to live to fight another day. The Vindictors are going to move up. Redeploy. When can I use redeploy?
James, you're in exactly the same boat as me. I've got mountains of Lumineth to build and paint, but I am also tempted by at least the Stormcast in this half of the Dominion box.
Lord Imperitance going forward. With his trusty Griffhound, he needs to get some stuff done.
Do you know, I think, as nice as Indrasta is, I think that guy's actually my favourite model on the Stormcast side. I'm really looking forward to painting mine up as Celestial Vindicators. Really looking forward to that.
Yeah, you've got a sizable Celestial Vindicators army, haven't you?
I do. I just don't know how much I'm going to be using of the really old stuff now. All this new stuff's coming out.
Okay, Indrasta.
Gracier Dave has just made a point here of saying that he's still working on his Skaven. Hint, Dave.
So I will be painting my Skaven, but because I've got such a lot of them to paint, they're probably going to be a bit of an ongoing project. So they will eventually hit the tabletop, but they might just be a bit of a slow build. But I'm really looking forward. It's an army that I've wanted for such a long time.
Path to Glory is the perfect thing for it, really, because you can start off with a 600 point force of Skaven, which is probably still about 400 Skaven models. But
well, this is it. For Path to Glory, it would take me a while to get a battle-ready army painted. So we'll see where I go with that.
Okay. Those guys are just moving that way.
Okay.
I feel we bring the Praetors forward a bit as well. Obviously, I want to leave the Knight Arcanum there to claim that quarter of the table, because obviously in this scenario, you've got to be conscious of having models in each quarter.
It's not like normal Age of Sigmar where you can move off an objective. You need to keep your models. Yeah.
Yeah. Keep the models. So
is that sort of a mechanic you find mostly in the narrative missions, or
it's because it hasn't got any objectives, it's just quarters of the table. There are narrative missions where there are objective markers. Okay. It's just this is a bit of a different battle, and I think it'd be nice to have a chat with the design team maybe at some point in the future, but I think the narrative games are more about controlling parts of the board. There's a mission where there's an ambush, so one force starts entirely in this quarter and the enemy army is like hidden in scenery and stuff, trying to ambush them.
That's cool.
There's one where you're trying to take a fort, so the more kind of story based games rather than your match play, which is more tournament style.
Yeah,
personally I prefer the kind of more narrative stuff.
And with Path to Glory, you've got that sort of benefit of adding some match play in there. Basically, however your narrative's going, you can switch out the missions.
So with the rule set, you can play any game. So you could do some open play games and roll up a random mission if you want to play over your lunch break.
Yeah.
Or play some of the new missions out of the General's Handbook, which makes it really, really good to give you a variety of different games.
Absolutely.
Obviously, if you're playing anything under a different mission pack, you will need the requirements for that mission pack. Mm-hmm. So in the narrative play one, we haven't got a minimum requirement for battle line because you struggled in this one with the the Kruleboyz infantry. In a match play games, you would still need to have the minimum battle line and maximum caps of stuff.
I was very surprised the Hobgrots on battle line.
Yeah, they are cheap though, and technically they work for the Chaos Dwarfs, not the.
They may be battle line just in another battle tone.
Exactly, yeah, and that'd be super exciting because I do love me some Chaos Dwarfs. So we've got some shooting to do, Dave.
Oof.
The Lord Imperator has got an 18-inch range on his baton. Oh, he's outside of range of enemy models, isn't he?
He is.
I'm going to try and shoot that fella over there.
Have the character targeting rules, the lookout serve rules, changed at all?
No, exactly the same. If you're within
Exactly
3 inches of a unit, you get -1 to hit. There's no, you can't shoot them if they're far away like they are in 40k.
So that's why Matt can target my banner bearer because, well, I mean, he would be able to do it anyway, but he's not got any minuses to hit him because he's standing all on his lonesome.
Yes. Do I? Yes. Yeah, let's do this. So he is hitting on 3s. That's not the greatest roll in the world, and he is wounding on 3s. That is 2 at -1.
2 at -1.
That's a lot of shots though, that's pretty
He
good.
does, yeah.
So the merc knob's got a 4 plus -1, you say?
-1.
So he has got a 5 plus save. He's pass 1, fail 1.
Just 1 damage.
Uno damage, he has 5 wounds remaining. He's taken plenty of damage.
5 wounds remaining. You know what I've forgotten? I've completely forgotten his artifact that gives him extra command points. Doesn't matter, these things happen.
I forgot my scare tactics.
Exactly.
You've forgotten your command abilities. We're equal.
We are fairly equal.
There is a bit more to initially remember in 3rd edition, I'm finding.
There is, so we've printed off some little cheat sheets. I think once you've had a few games you'll remember that there's a lot more command abilities that activate in different turns. So yeah, I think for the time being, until we've got like full War Scroll cards for everything, hopefully, I hope that we put this on the dice cam, Jay. In the Dominion box, you do get some really nice stat cards that have your allegiance abilities and your points and stuff on it. I hope they include those in the War Scroll packs for the other factions because I think they're a really good thing. Maybe one for each Storm host or each
that'd be really cool.
that kind of stuff would be good.
I do feel you'll get into a bit of a rhythm with it.
You will,
the more
yeah.
games you play.
And even though they've added rules such as the monstrous stuff, the heroic stuff, it doesn't feel like they're bloating the system. I think they are worthwhile additions. And I mean, Age of Sigmar's come a long way from the real simple kind of game that it was when it launched.
Oh, definitely, absolutely. So Indrasta is going to lob a spear at one of these.
She doesn't have to if she doesn't
one
want
of
to.
these gore grunters. So she hits on a 2, Dave. She has hit. She wounds on a 2. She has wounded. They are -2 rend and d6 damage.
-2 rend.
That's a one-shot only
mental.
ability, isn't it?
She's doing a single. No, that's just a normal ranged attack.
So that takes my 4 plus save down to a 6 plus save. Which I
d6
failed.
damage. 1 damage. That could have been worse, Dave.
That could have been worse. We're going to put a wound on the pig at the back.
The pig at the back. Okay, so that's the end of my shooting phase. I guess, really, we want to move on to the charge phase. So, what have we got here? That is a 9-inch charge. So, these guys are going to try and charge first.
So before you roll any charge dice, at the
Yep.
start of the charge phase, if this unit is more than 3 inches from all enemy units, you can pick one enemy unit within 12 inches of this unit that is not a hero or a monster. So this is the scare thing that I missed.
Yep.
So it's at the start of the combat phase, so
This
you
isn't
kind of
combat
got to
phase.
preempt what charge phase.
Oh, yeah, okay.
You've kind of got to preempt what you're going to charge into them.
Yep.
So obviously you're picking those.
Did you not use that in the combat phase, Dave?
Nope, it says at the start of the charge phase, if this unit is more than 3 inches from all enemy units, you can pick one enemy unit
One
within
enemy
12
unit, yep.
inches, roll 2d6.
You got no enemy units within 12 inches, Dave.
Of those
Oh, sorry,
guys?
with the battle. Sorry, I thought it was with these guys.
No,
Okay, yeah.
no, it's these guys. So it's like preempting what you're going to charge.
Yep.
I think you're going to charge with this last.
And what does that do?
So I'm going to roll 2d6. I add 1 to the roll for every 5 models in the unit.
Yeah,
so
which you don't.
I don't. If the roll is equal to or greater than the bravery characteristics of that enemy unit,
Okay.
you subtract 1 from hit rolls.
Okay, so 10 plus to make her -1 to hit.
So that's not worth it, really.
You may as well try it though.
Yeah, because these aren't going to be charging
And
these
they're out of range
guys.
as well, aren't they?
Yeah. So yeah, let's do it. No.
Cool. So these guys are charging.
But I didn't forget the rule this time.
You didn't forget the rule, no. So these guys are going to charge.
Okay.
They are within 12 inches of the banner, so they can reroll their
Reroll
charges.
charges.
That is a 6-inch charge. That has not made it. So we're going to reroll that. Run faster. 7 inches. That is way out, I believe. Yep, miles out, 7 inches. So they have not made their charge, unfortunately. Indrasta is going to make a charge. Snake eyes.
Wow.
She is wholly within 12 inches of the banner. She is going to re-roll that.
Yeah.
That's better.
She's in.
7
She's in.
inches. So she's going to tag both of these units.
Okay.
The Lord Imperator is going to charge as well. He has also failed at charging, but again he's within range of the
I'm
banner.
starting to wonder, because my Stormcast always failed,
They
and I thought
did,
it
yeah.
was just me. Maybe it's just the Stormcast Eternals.
It might just be the Stormcast, Dave. Okay. There we go. We have got those guys in. I'm going to try a charge with them. They are well out of range of the banner.
Okay, yeah. Yep.
They've also failed.
Well done, Stormcast.
So the Stormcast haven't done great at the turn now.
You could re-roll it with a command point.
I could do, but I don't want to.
Okay.
No, they need to stay there. Stay on target. We can deal with this side of the board and then consolidate round. Is the plan.
Mm-hmm.
So, going into the combat phase. We need to punch things in the face, Dave.
So I would pick all-out defense when you choose a target
When I pick a
at the
target,
beginning
yeah.
of your fight, right? Okay.
So you're going to be using all-out defence then, Dave?
Absolutely, we'll be using all
No
defense.
bluffing and double bluffing for you.
No, I think
Unless
with
he is
4 command
double bluffing.
points, I think Matt could probably have taken
So,
that.
Indrasta is going to attack the Gorgrunters.
Okay, I'm going to use all-out defense to add 1 to their save.
Yep.
So I've now got a 3+ save.
She may as well. Does she want to use all that attack? My lord has got pretty good stats himself, but is it better putting on her with the higher damage?
It always grated me that the Lord Celestin didn't have an amazing profile, but this guy, who's almost like your Lord Celestin, isn't it? Aside from the fact he's got a baton instead of a sword. But he does seem to have a better profile now.
She does, yeah.
She does. No, it's a he.
He.
The Lord.
Oh, him, sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
him.
I thought you meant
Yeah.
yes.
No.
Yeah, I'm going to use all out attack on her.
On her.
Issue
Okay.
from her, so she's hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s.
She wins on 2s normally, does she? Flipping act.
So 4 attacks,
Are these all going on the
all on the
Gorgrunters?
Gorgrunters because they're 3 damage each.
Okay.
Ooh, that's a
Oh,
bad
no.
miss.
It's on big guys with the rolling ones.
It is. I'm wounding on 2s. That is pitiful from Indrasta. 1 at -2.
So I'm on a 3+ save, so a 5+ save. Oh, I thought I saw it.
That is 3 damage.
Okay.
Sadly, not enough to kill one. I don't
So
think.
that's 4 wounds taken on the pig at the
If
back.
only it was more of a monster, I think she would have done better.
Yeah, she would have done.
These are beneath her.
Okay, Dave, what are you fighting with?
I am going to go with the Gorgrunters.
Mm-hmm.
So with this new piling,
So you can't get any further away from the closest model. So as long as he stays in base contact, he can shuffle up. If
yeah.
he's
So
space.
he could go to. He
as
could
long
go
as he's
to there.
base to base contact with it.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay, and with this his little Griffhound friend.
So
that model, can you go into base contact with it?
For rule purposes, they're treated as a single model. I suppose really, I could have just put that there and not had any downsides.
Because it would still get to.
I imagine that when
Oh, it
the
wouldn't be able to
battle-
attack though.
It doesn't.
because
It doesn't have its profile's part of his profile. They're treated as a single model.
Oh, of course.
So
Okay.
really, it makes no difference. I imagine that when the battle sim comes out, there might be a separate profile that you can buy, like Griffhounds for characters, maybe.
Yeah. Okay, so I've only got 2 Gore Grunters in combat, and they're going to both put their attacks on.
What's their range?
1 inch. So they're both going to put their attacks into.
Well, he's not an inch away from Indrasta.
I'm talking about him.
Oh, they're both putting their attacks on him.
Yeah.
Okay, he's going to put all out defense. He's already got 1 plus save, plus 1 to his save, hasn't he? What's your rend on them?
-1.
-1. So if I use all out defense, I still get a benefit then.
Yeah, you've not done anything to him, have you?
He's popped his finest hour.
That's a heroic
So he's
action,
got
isn't it?
heroic action, so he's
Plus
got plus 1
1 to-
save already.
Oh, is that +1 to wound and save?
Yeah.
Right, so there's no point doing anything else on them.
Well,
what's the save on Indrasta?
Indrasta's got a good save, 3 plus save.
No, I'm gonna keep these attacks on him then. Do I use another command point to go all out attack, hitting on 2s?
They've already had a command issued to. Oh,
This phase. It's 1 command ability per phase.
didn't they have all out defense
Yes,
on them this phase?
you are right. So I
Yeah.
can't do that. Okay, that makes things nice and simple then. So they haven't charged in this phase.
I am going to use all out defense on them because if you've got any rend, I still get the benefit, don't I?
Yes, and you haven't used the command
The
ability on
most I
him.
can get is +1.
Yeah.
Oh, is that right though? The most I can get is +1, but there's no limit to the minuses.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still will get a benefit of it.
But didn't you use all out attack on
I did
defense
on her.
Oh.
All attack on her. I could use all out
He's
defense
used
on
a
her.
heroic
So
action, so that's different.
he'd have +2 save, but on his profile it'd be 2, but that would counter his rend, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
So I'm going to do that with my command point, putting it down to 1.
Okay, so I haven't charged, so, well, Pig Iron Choppers don't have any extras to hit anyway. So that's pretty good though. So they've all hit.
This is all on the Lord Imperative.
This is all on the Lord Imperatant. I'm wounding you on freeze. That is 2, 4, 5. It would be at -1.
So 5 at -1.
Mm-hmm.
So So with your -1 and my +2, but you can't get any better than mine plus. It's basically still a +1, isn't it?
Yeah.
So 2 plus. He takes 2. He's got his artifact that gives him a 5+ ward save, which he doesn't make. How much damage?
Just 1 damage.
So 2 damage he's taken.
So do you roll your ward save before the damage or after?
So sorry, the wood. It should have asked for the damage first.
Right.
It's essentially
Yeah.
a wound shrug.
Yeah, right.
So he's suffered 2. He's got 5 left.
5 left. We've now got the Tuss and Hooves. I've not charged, so I don't get any bonuses to this. They're just 4s and 4s. And obviously these aren't Kruleboyz, so nothing fancy with those 6. That's 6. Just the 2 saves, Matt. Full save.
So 2 plus again. I can't stack it higher than +1, and he saves them both.
Okay.
Cool. Is that everything for them?
That's everything for them.
So the Lord Imperatant gets to fight back. He has got his finest hour, so he'll be hitting on 3s and wounding on 2s. Because he's a bit of a beast. So, hitting on 3s. All hit. Wounding on 2s. All wound, -1 rend.
That's 4, isn't it? -1 rend. They've got all out defense on them still, so 4 plus saves. Failed 2 of them.
That's 4 damage.
Okay, so 1 would kill him, and then 3 damage carries over to that guy.
And then the Griff Hound is hitting on 3s. Is wounding on 3s. That is 2. No rend on the Griff Hound though.
So freeze. Okay.
Oh, Griff Hound nearly had you.
Gets a lot of attacks that Griffhound.
He's mental, the Griff Hound is. So, have you got anything else to fight with? You've got the Uruks, haven't you?
Yeah, so they can. They're unfortunately going to have to pile into this beast. Maybe, Matt. Maybe I can chip away some wounds at her. Is the chat feeling lucky?
I don't know, how are you doing in the chat, guys? What are your thoughts on the battle so far? Who you're rooting for? Which of these armies are you looking to command yourself? Are you starting a new Age of Sigmar army, perhaps, with the new rule set in mind?
So I am actually. I'm an all-out attack with these guys.
You're all out attacking
From the
who?
Gut Rippers.
So is the commander still in the squad?
Yep, he's just here.
Yep, so on them guys, so +1 to...
+1 to hit.
Cool.
So they get 2 attacks each. What we really want, Matt, is we want those tasty, tasty 6s.
Okay.
We get 2. We have 3 of them.
Not bad.
3 6s, okay.
So that is 3 mortal wounds.
Yep.
And we've hit 3 times because I've used all out attack. We're wounded on 4s. 2 wounds, no rend.
2 wounds with 3 plus save. She fails them both. 1 damage each, I take it?
1 damage each, yeah.
So she gets a 4 plus ward save. So she shrugs 4 of them. She takes a single wound. Sorry, she shrugs 1 of them. She takes 4 wounds. She's got 4 wounds left.
Okay. Not bad. Shall we go through your gut rippers?
Okay, because you've moved your guys close to my guy. He's going to pile in.
So you can pile in even though you've retreated.
So you can't charge if you retreat. It's the rule.
But you can
But
pile
you're within
in.
3 inches, so he can pile in.
Okay.
So he is going
Probably
to
a slight error there then.
hit you in the
Never
face.
mind.
So 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. He has hit 3 times. He is wounded on 3s. He is wounded twice, minus 1 rend.
So these have got 6 plus saves. Failed 1.
2 damage.
2 damage. That's 1 dead. Gut ripper.
Oh, they got 2 wounds each.
2 wounds each.
I didn't realise this.
Right. So that is the end of my.
Yeah, because I can't pile in or do anything with
No.
my boss.
So battle shock on both of these units.
So I only lost 1 gut ripper. So they're bravery 5.
Yep.
Does the killer boss affect?
I think it's Kruleboyz units.
Yeah, you would think so. Yeah. So basically, I just don't want.
Roll the dice and see what you get. He's fine.
It's fine. And then the Gore Grunter's lost 1.
What's their bravery? If they're bravery 5, they've lost a model,
Bravery 7.
so they're fine.
So the battle shock's okay. You don't need to take 1.
Nope.
And we don't score until the end of the battle round.
Nope. So that is the end of my turn.
Okay. So
Your hero phase.
hero phase. So I've got 2 command points left. Heroic. What are we gonna do for heroic? I think. I'm also gonna pop my their finest hour
Okay, on who?
on my killer boss.
Okay, interesting.
Can I just want to ask a question about this. So, their finest hour, that lasts the entire battle round, right?
It lasts the entire turn.
Oh, the turn. So you haven't got it.
I haven't got it anymore.
Got it. Right. I was going to say I didn't know whether it. Right, that explains it. Because I thought if it's the whole battle round, you're really wasting half of it. But
it's only in that turn.
Got
so you
it.
could use it in your opponent's turn if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But it is just that turn.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Matt, what's your heroic action?
Of course, I'm going to try and heal up Indrasta.
You, of course, yeah.
So heroic recovery, I need to roll under her bravery to get D3 or equal to her bravery to get 1 back. She's bravery 10. She gets D3 wounds back. She heals a wound back, so she's got
Cool.
5 left.
Okay.
I really like that new heroic ability.
It's good,
I
isn't
think
it?
they're really cool.
It puts a bit of staying power. I'm thinking of like heroes like the Light of Ulfarion, who you struggle to get across the battlefield, and then when they get there, they've only got a wound or 2 left. Go Trek. Poof. Can you imagine it on Go Trek?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alariel getting so many like D3 and 2D3 heals back a turn. Very cool.
Okay. So,
How many command points you got left, Dave?
2.
2.
2 command points. So, I am going to put Mystic Shield on. Now, Mystic Shield can go on my Iron Jaws units, can't it?
Mystic
It's
Shield
not.
remains,
It's not.
yeah.
It's not Kruleboyz only. So I'm going to put Mystic Shield onto this unit of our boys.
Okay, 5 plus.
Yep.
Good.
7.
7.
I want to see a miscast.
I'm going to try and stop it. Don't. So they've got Mystic Shield.
What is the range of Arcane Bolt?
Arcane Bolt, you cast it on yourself. It floats around, then you can launch it to a unit within 12 inches. It's basically magic balls that you summon in the air to use defensively.
A bit like Dragon Ball Z, that.
Yeah,
isn't
pretty
it?
much. So,
It's
so basically you cast it, and an Arcane Bolt will hover above you until your next hero phase. When a unit gets within 12 inches, you can launch it. If they're within 3 inches, it does more damage. So basically, you can use it as a magic overwatch, or you can use it to snipe as things move past. So quite different than it was.
He has got
Flaming weapon as well. You've
I've got
got.
a flaming weapon, and I've also got his one on his The one on his War Scroll, but that would affect... Basically, it gives +1 to charge for your Kruleboyz units anywhere on the battlefield.
That's really good.
It's pretty good. But it's -1 to everything else, so that would mean my own...
Is it everything else for every
Jaws.
enemy unit?
No, all other units.
So that would make your Iron Jaws
-1 to charge. But do I need to charge them? I don't think I do. And it's going to -1 from your charges as well. So I'm gonna summon a Boggy Mist.
A Boggy Mist.
A Boggy Mist on a 7. 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, that's a Boggy Mist off.
It's all got very misty here and there.
All Kruleboyz keyword stuff has got
It's
+1
+1
charge. Everything without the Kruleboyz keyword is
-1
-1.
charge.
That's a really cool spell.
Yeah. So, that's that. I don't think there's anything else to do in my hero phase. So we can start to move. We've got Stormcast coming in on this side. We've got Stormcast coming in from everywhere. We need to take care of these two annoying heroes that are just ruining my day.
That's a shame. Absolutely. I was just measuring there because if my guy was outside 3 inches, I could run away again with my guy with redeploy.
Yeah, the command ability. Yeah.
However, Dave.
Matt.
Oh,
Can't pick that up.
Do we?
You're going to run out of combat?
I can't run out of combat. I can't run away within 3 inches of you. But I could potentially move these guys to mean that you have to hit them as well during the charge.
If you're all high enough, yeah.
If they're all high enough. And I've only got 1 command point left. So, I can't shoot him because I'm in combat with them. Do I want an all-out defence or an all-out attack in the combat? Maybe? Yeah, I'm not going to use it.
Okay.
But there's lots... Obviously, you've got a limited pool of command points. There's lots of cool things you can do with that. Once you've had a few games in, there's quite a few sneaky things you could do. Because if I did do that and I rolled a 6, I could potentially fence off, units that you're trying to charge.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, initially you look at redeploy, you think it's a way to get out of charge range.
Like earlier, this guy was out of combat and just leg it to try and get further away.
But there's more utility to it than that. And you were talking on the podcast about zombies moving and then piling in the opponent's charge phase.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah.
Right. So that's almost 3 inches. So he's not going to be able to get in there anyway.
Greetings to anyone else who has joined us in the chat. Give us a shout out who you're collecting, what you're painting at the minute. What are your thoughts that you've seen so far on the 3rd edition of the game? Dave is in deep, deep thought.
These hobgrots are going to fall back this way.
Now this guy, Dave, he doesn't have the monster keyword, does he?
He does not have the monster keyword, sadly.
It does look a bit like a monster, though.
He does look a bit like a monster. I mean, he's my favourite model from this side of the...
It's incredible to think they're all push fit.
Really, I mean, in
Mental.
Drafter in particular,
Mental.
that could easily be a proper multi-part kit.
I mean, you could get that off Forge World, that sort of model, I think, when you dash to one. Like a Horus Heresy collector series thing, yeah.
So what I would say, advice building them now, you might notice on the camera, I've tried to fill them and hide them the best I can. There are a couple of gaps on some of the models, so obviously I was doing these rapid fire to get them ready for today. You might need a little bit of green stuff on the Praetors. In Draster, just make sure that you clear all bits of sprue and clear down all the mould lines, because that'll really help it go snug together. All the others, I don't think I used any glue on mine. I think you used a dab or two of glue.
I had to use one smidgen of glue on one of the Gut Rippers. His shield, no matter what I did, would not stay on. I don't know if it was something to do with the peg, so I just used a tiny bit of glue and it sorted it. Okay, so that is all of my movement. Some shenanigans going on here.
Shenanigans.
This guy's just moved up to reinforce this. That guy's got plans. And these guys are going to stay in combat.
Okay.
So, that is all my movement. We're going to move on to shooting, of which I've just got these guys who still haven't moved.
So what happens when they don't move? They get...
So they've got 2 ranged profiles. If they move, they have to use the shorter range hasty shot. If they don't move, they have to use the aim shot.
Okay.
Which is 1 shot, 2s, 3s, -1 and 2
It's
damage.
basically 1 better shot at long range or a few shots at short range.
Yeah,
can't
but
believe
interestingly,
there's a
you
rule
can't
called-
choose.
Aim shot on a green skin.
I know.
These
it's
are elite
great,
green.
isn't
These
it?
aren't your regular green skins though. These are more
No.
covert ops
No,
green skins,
absolutely
aren't
not. So I'm going to I'm going to aim shot at these guys here.
they? Okay.
So I've got 3 of them.
Now, did I cast Mystic Shield on them the previous turn?
That was in the first
That's
turn.
in the first turn. What did I cast in that last turn?
I stopped it.
You stopped it, yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
So let's go for it. So 2s and 3s.
Pew pew pew.
Now, the Kruleboyz
Yeah,
allegiance
so that will do
ability.
damage equal to that.
Yeah.
So what damage
Because
is
it's
the
just a
weapon?
hit. So it's damage 2.
So that's 4 mortal wounds.
So that's 4 mortal wounds, and I need a 3 to wound on that one. I've got another 6, but it doesn't make a difference. That's -1.
That's -1. So 4 plus save on that one, which you make. But you cause how many? 4 mortal
4
wounds.
mortal wounds.
So 2 Stormcast, unfortunately, return to the heavens.
Well done, Bolt Boys. That was really good. That was very impressive. So they've shot. My Hobgrots are out of range. So that is all my shooting. So we are on to charges. So the first and only charge, I think it might be the only charge, is going to be my killer boss.
Your killer boss is charged. You don't have to declare who you're charging, you just make the charge
Sorry.
and see what you're on.
40k, isn't it? Played a lot more 40k recently than AOS. So I'm going to charge with him.
Yep.
So he's +1 to charge because of its buggy miss.
That is a 7-inch charge.
7-inch charge. So, do I want to tag your guy with the banner? No, I don't. So I'm just going to go in here.
Okay, interesting.
That's it for charges.
Okay.
So we're going to go with. We're going to go with him first.
You're going to go with him first. Okay. So I'm going to issue from my warlord. From my warlord, using his once per turn free one that you can do, all out defense on them.
Okay, so they got +1 save. I've already used their finest hour, so I'm +1 on my save and +1 to wound. And I'm already +1 to hit because I've charged you, so I don't need to do any command abilities over there. Okay, so hopefully we won't roll a whole bunch of 1s again, because that was annoying.
That's the hope.
So I'm going to go with his Jagged Boss sticker first. So these are hitting on 2s. Much better. They've all hit, but no 6s, sadly. I'm +1 to wound at the moment, so 2s to wound.
That's 2 1s.
I do, however, roll 2 1s there. They're -1.
-1, so that gives me a 3 plus save.
With your all out defense.
With my all out defense, yeah.
Okay, and then I'm going to go with the Fangs. So again, 4 attacks, hitting on 2s. No 6s. It's annoying. And I'm also +1 to wound on this as well. So these are 2s. Do you want to re-roll that?
Yeah.
So that's 3 wounds at -2.
-2, so 3, 2, 4. 4 plus save. Saves 2 of them.
So that's 2 damage.
That kills a Stormcast.
He's been a little bit disappointing so far, but it's...
Yeah, I'm surprised you charged them, to be honest, and you didn't consolidate getting rid of this first.
I was going to, but I hope to kill at least 2 of those, because then I would have had... Because they're counting as extra for that.
So currently he's counted as 2, he's counted as 2. How many? He's got 5.
He's got...
So that's 6 models there.
Yeah.
Okay. So I am going to fight next with Indrastra into these things.
So I'm going to use a command point to all out defense on them.
You're using all-out defense. Indrastra is going to put all-out attack on herself.
Okay.
So she gets 4 attacks. That's all my command points to use now.
I've just got the 1 left.
She can't really move anywhere to pile in.
No.
So hitting on 2s, wounded on 2s, -2 rend, 3 damage each. She has, again, she's not swinging very well today, is she? Wounded on 2s. That is 2 wounds at -2.
So they have currently got a 3+ save, so 5+ saves. No.
That is 6 damage.
So 2 kills him, and what was it? 6 damage.
He's got a wound left, has he?
So he's got a wound left. He's taken 4 wounds.
Okay. Your pick.
Well, it's going to have to be the Gore Grunter on your Lord.
My Lord Imperatant.
Yeah. So I haven't charged. So I think I actually forgot to give him his extra attack in the last turn of combat. So this is with his chopper first, hitting on 3s. Roll that into the tray. Now, sadly, he doesn't have poison weapons, but he's hit with all of them. He's wounded on 3s.
Ooh.
He's wounded 3 times at -1.
So that gives him a 4+ save. He makes 3 of them.
Just 1 damage.
He makes them.
Oh, sorry. Right, yeah. And then the pig itself has hit 3 times. Has wounded twice, 4 saves.
3+ save. He fails 1.
Fails that one, that's just 1 damage.
He gets a 5+ wound shrug with his artifact. Nope, he takes a wound. So he's got 4 wounds left. Okay. So he's fought. I'm going to go. I may as well pile in with him.
Okay.
And try and take out some of these guys, haven't I?
Mm-hmm.
So the Annihilator gets 3 attacks. He is hitting on 3s. He's hit twice. He is wounding on 3s. That is nothing for them.
Excellent. The Gut Rippers will go next. Tempted to try and finish off that Annihilator.
You'll be able to get 1 attack through on him, won't you?
Yeah.
Well, no, what's the range? 2
2
inches.
inch.
So you can get 2 on him.
2 on
I mean,
him.
this guy could pile in towards him as well and get 3 on him.
That's
So you would have got any
Annihilator.
damage on your Draster.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll do that. Okay, so we've got 2, 4, 6, and an extra 1 for the boss.
Because if you don't kill him, she's bringing another one back next
Yeah.
turn.
You've got a couple of ways of bringing Stormcast models
I
back,
have,
haven't
yeah.
you?
So you need to be really careful if you've got a unit that's nearly dead.
Have I used all that attack yet?
You used all that attack on him, didn't you?
No, you use the finest arrow on him, and all out defence on your Gore Grunters. So I believe Dave does still have an all-out
If you've still got
defence.
someone to issue it somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, it's
I mean,
my
the
boss
banner's
is
got an
still
18-inch range, you
my,
can issue it
my
from
boss
there.
is still alive
Okay.
anyway. I don't think I used because I had 2 and I used 1 for so I couldn't have done.
So you put all that attack
So
on
all
these
that
guys.
attack on these
Is that all
guys.
your command points gone now?
That's all my command points gone.
Okay.
It's the end of the battle round anyway, so why not?
Well, that's it. So you may as well use all your command points
Yeah.
by the end of the battle round.
So I'm hitting on 3s, but I want those juicy 6s.
I think one thing with the
do not
Kruleboyz,
get
you can't
any.
really bank on those 6s. They're a nice bonus to
No.
have, but you can't build a tactic around them.
No.
It's like, compared to the Luminef, who have a similar rule, they can
Yeah.
buff theirs a little bit.
Sadly, it is just 1 wounding hit with no rend.
Now that is enough to kill him if he fails his 2+ save.
Oh,
Roll a 1, Matt.
Guys, camp
Anything but a 1!
Anything but a
Can't believe
1.
we just said that.
Ah, never mind.
Do you like taunting the dice gods?
Yeah.
Well, okay, that's good. That's good. He's not dead.
Good to hear, Anonymous Rex. I'm glad you also managed to get your copy.
What's that? Do you manage to get one? Oh,
Yeah.
awesome.
At 11 o'clock as well, so an hour after the pre-orders open. So.
That's good. I think there's a lot more stock available for this, which is really good.
Yeah.
So all your models are fought now, haven't they?
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter which order I do these in.
No.
I mean, for they count as a model, but for coolness, he's piling in. So we'll go with my Lord Imperatant. Yeah. He's got 4 attacks.
Will he finish off the 1 wound remaining Gorgon?
I certainly hope so. He's hitting
Does
on
he want the
3s.
bacon?
He absolutely wants the bacon. Hitting on 3s. He's hit better than
The lady
Alaska.
stood next to him.
Wounding on 3s. Yep, so that's 3 at -1.
So he's still got all out defense on him, so that means he's got a 4+ save for this. Oh,
no. 2 damage.
He's dead. Do indeed have the bacon.
Whew. Right, okay. And then I've just got my Stormcast left to fight. Now, there's no reason to pile in round because I've got enough reach and I'm in formation there.
Mm-hmm.
So I may as well stay like that and start stabbing you in the face, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
So the Vindictors get 2 attacks each and I get an additional attack for the champion.
And these also have I'm going to call it the Lumineth rule, because you all stole it from the Lumineth. They do mortal wounds, don't they?
They do. So unmodified 6 is a mortal wound in the attack sequence ends.
Is this to hit or wound?
This is to hit.
Oh, right, it's the same as
So 6
Kruleboyz.
is to hit, yeah. They base it on a 3. I've got no minuses to hit you or anything, have I?
No.
So if I roll a lot of 6s here, that could be
I've
dead
just got
The
one.
way to most of Age's Sigmar games is to roll a lot of 6s,
It
I
is,
find.
isn't it?
Yeah.
Now we're notorious at not rolling 6s, so hitting on 3s. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So we've got 2 mortal wounds.
Okay. I've got no way of stopping those.
Have I knocked that, Jay? Is that okay?
Yeah, you want to straighten up a little bit. You're okay. Nice one.
Okay. And we are wounding on 3s. Yeah, that's 4 at -1, Dave.
So I'm +1 because of their finest hour. So I was up to a 2+ save. So -1. So I'm back down to a 3+ save. Oh, of course, I failed 3 of them.
So that's a total of 5 damage.
Is that including the mortal wounds?
So how many? 3 went through there, didn't it?
Yeah.
Plus 2 mortal wounds is 5. Yeah.
Yeah. I'd already put the 2 on, so 5.
I sent some heroic recoveries.
So how many wounds has he taken? Is that 5 wounds taken?
5 wounds
So
taken.
he's got 10 on his profile.
He's got 10 on his profile.
Okay, we're getting there. We're chipping away at him.
I didn't realise you had 10 wounds. That's good.
He's a big beastie, isn't
Yeah.
he? I think that's all the combat done, isn't it?
It is.
So we've just got Battle Shock.
I've not got any.
I can't fail it with their +1 bravery. Have they not lost models?
Nope, not in this phase.
Not in this phase, no.
Your Annihilator fluffed.
He did fluff, yeah, but he didn't die.
He didn't die, annoyingly.
Cool, okay. So that is the end of the battle round, isn't it?
It is.
And I think it's pretty similar to last time. I've comfortably got this quarter in this quarter.
Have you comfortably got that quarter?
Yeah, I've got 4, 5, 6 models.
Yeah, that probably is within. Yeah. And he's got 5 wounds, so he's only counting as
2.
He's got 10 wounds.
So he counts as 2.
He just counts as 2. Okay.
So monsters count as 5.
Right.
Not models with 10 wounds.
Okay. So really, I shouldn't have. I hope to kill more Stormcast.
Yeah, I'd have thought you'd have focused on killing these guys because now I can just pick at your guy here.
Yeah.
There is. I did notice in the because Games Workshop have sort of started teasing the Gur expansion.
So this is in the General's Handbook match play missions this year.
Yeah. You can give the monster keyword to a unit temporarily, can't you? In that
Okay.
In that mission pack, if you play in that mission pack.
Yeah.
So that puts us on 4 points apiece. You were unlucky there because it was very close in the balance. I think the Gorgon to die and tipped it towards me.
Yeah. Which is
You've got a lot of models in this side. I'm going to struggle to take that one. You're going to have to be careful about this quarter though. Now I'm making a bit of progress there.
Yeah, but if you come in at we'll see.
I do have a battle shot to take here though.
Mm-hmm.
7, 8. I can't fail it because I only lost 2 models, so 6 plus 2 for all of 6 would be 8 anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, those sniper orcs are amazing.
I mean,
aren't
they were on 6s. They were really good. Yeah,
they? I mean,
very
even
good.
on the basic ones though, 2 damage each, being able to pick apart a unit. You know, shoot them at a hero, you could potentially kill a hero.
What I could do as well, which I've only just realised I might try it next time potentially, is the shaman can, instead of cast any spells, he can get one of his potions and he can make their venom pop on a 5 instead of a 6.
So 3 of them, stay still, shoot at a hero, you hit on 3s even if they're a unit. You get 3 5 pluses, you can kill most support heroes.
Yeah, it's really
good. So, that is the end of the second battle round. We're on to the third battle round. We need to roll for priority, Dave.
4.
6. I'm gonna keep the momentum because I want to make sure stuff's dead, Dave.
Okay. So I will gain the 3 command points again. 2 for going second, 1 for my general.
Yep, and I get 1 of each. Don't forget, once per game, you can get an additional command point
From my Warlord Battalion.
from your Warlord Battalion.
You know what? Because I have forgotten it until this point, I'm going to use it now.
You know, that I think that made the difference in my turn because I was able to use quite a few command abilities one after the other, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Hi, Jewel Night Jess and Missar Ludfang have joined the video. They're watching the stream now.
How are you doing, guys? Yeah, sorry, we are engrossed in the game, so apologies if you've joined. And Jewel Night Jess has raided us with a party of 13 as well. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. If you like this kind of thing, we do battle reports. We've got quite a lot of content over on YouTube as well with reviews and boxings. We have a weekly painting stream on a Sunday as well. We're going to be doing a full Path to Glory crusade campaign. Really, starting from a 600 point army each, with as many of the different armies of Age of Sigmar, chronicling their events and putting the battles on here. So this is a bit of a tester run using the contents of Dominion. So a bit of a bigger army than you'd start with, but we wanted to show off all the models in the box, really.
Absolutely.
So yeah, what we're going to do then is go into our heroic actions. So starting with me, I'm going to put heroic recovery on. Indrasta is going to do a heroic recovery. I have rolled less than her bravery, so she gains D3 wounds back. She gains 1 back, so she has got 6 left.
And I'm going to do exactly the same thing on my general. So I roll 2d6. What is his bravery? It's only 7. So let's see what we roll. Oh yeah, I've rolled under.
So he gets D3 back.
D3 back.
3
It's
back.
the big 3.
James Turner asks a very important question. Could the Gur battle pack be the reason the Stabagrot is part of the Leader's War scroll? To avoid him going on a monster
This is
Stabagrot
true.
rampage.
This is true. I mean, if we all want a monster keyword Stabagrot, if I'm being perfectly honest.
He's not seen action yet.
He's not, no.
You need some Stormcast to charge over here.
Can you use his finest hour on that one?
Absolutely, yeah, should be done, shouldn't it?
I mean, technically he's on the war scroll, so he's got a hero keyword. So my hero phase, I think we need to do some magical shenanigans, Dave.
Okay.
But what are we going to do? I think we need to... I'm going to Mystic Shield these guys again.
Okay.
On a 9.
On a 9. So I'm going to try and stop that again. Which I have failed to do this time.
Cool, so we've got a silver dice on these. We've got a Mystic Shield on those guys. That is it from our magic. Have we got any other heroic abilities that we want to use? We do. I'm going to use Rally on this unit. Sadly, I can't use it on those because he's within 3 inches of the enemy.
Mm-hmm.
If he was out, I'd be healing those guys back up again. So we use a command point. Roll 2 dice, each 6, I get a Stormcast back in that unit. We get 1 Stormcast back, nearly 2.
Cheeky.
So those Stormcast are reinforced. Indrasta also has a similar ability where she picks every unit within 12 inches, which hopefully should cover them. Doesn't capture those guys, sadly, but they get a model back. Just get 1 back. They get a model back.
That is incredible.
And that's every turn?
That's every turn.
Within a 12-inch radius?
Yep, everything within 12. So once per turn in your hero phase, if the unit's on the battlefield, you can turn 1 slain Stormcast model with a wounds carriage to 3 or less. You can't bring back Evocators and Dracolians or anything to each Stormcast unit within 12 inches.
I
so
missed
don't
that
have
rule.
to be within wholly within 12
Oh, sorry,
inches.
wholly within. Sorry, it is wholly within.
Right,
sorry.
sorry.
I think they still are. They are, but these guys.
That is mental. I thought I'd seen all the rules, but I missed that
She's
affected...
very, very good. Now, the Knight Vexilla can do something very similar. Once per battle in your hero phase, you can pick up to 3 friendly Stormcast Eternals models within 12 inches. You can heal up to D3 wounds, or return a number of slain models up to that. So you can pick 3 units, or you can stack it all on the same unit. So, because we're talking about it, are they wholly within 12 inches? If they are, is a perfect time to show it off. So once per battle, I can pick 3 units. 1, 2, 3. Spells that you can specify the same one. I roll 3d6 and return that many wounds or models.
Okay.
So basically, if I roll 5 across this, the whole unit's back to full strength.
Right.
So 1, 2, 3. So I don't get any models back, but he's fully healed.
When did the Stormcast start worshipping the gash?
The gash, They're coming back from the heavens. So they've got the new armour forged by by not Grungni.
Grungni, it was
Grungni,
Grungni,
yeah. So they've got some new tricks, and they can pierce the chaos veil that's covering the battlefield.
That is a problem.
Yeah, so that is it. That's why it was critical that guy survived.
That is a large.
Now, obviously, I've used that, so he can't do it anymore. But in draft, can bring a model back every turn, and now.
It's not just that model though, is it? It's everything within 12 inches.
Yeah,
That's
this is
crazy.
On smaller board sizes.
That's even more insane.
Yeah. So she is.
I mean, she's
300 points,
expensive.
though.
Yeah, she is expensive. But I mean, bringing back in a night. I mean, how many points are an
I mean,
annihilators?
the thing is with her, she's expensive 300 points, but it's not as if that's her only gimmick. She's really good. She neutralises monsters, and she's got. Her range profile 2+ to hit, 2+ to wound, D6 damage, -2 rend. She's got everything really. I think we'll probably see a lot of her. I think in Stormcast armies.
Yeah.
Has she got a Stormhost keyword, or is she?
I don't believe she does. No.
Mind you, we may see changes when the Stormcast battle.
I mean, I'd guessed she's from Hammers of Sigmar, but in recent stuff, the games which have made it so you can use your special characters without affecting it.
Yeah, you just wouldn't get the benefits. Yeah.
So movement phase. Now he is within 3 inches of those orcs. They're not dead yet. I was hoping they'd be dead because then I could get some more models back on these guys. But they're not. So unfortunately, he's stuck in combat. They're all in combat. What we need to do is deal with this side and then start driving into that quarter. Now, obviously, Dave's going to be trying to do the same and push into this quarter of the board. I do need something in this board. I'm a little bit concerned about those archers. So what I'm going to do is stay within this quarter of the board, but just dump her out of line of sight so they have to come round to me. Freeing up my praetors to go on a bit of an offensive. And again, put a little bit of pressure on Dave. So the praetors, I mean, really they're a kind of protector unit looking after guys, but they've got a similar combat profile to the annihilators with -1 rend and 2 damage.
The neat things about these guys, I find, is they don't actually need to be near their ward to protect him, do they? They basically pick
No, so they have to be within 3 inches of the hero to protect
Oh, do they?
him,
Ah, okay, my bad.
So, I do wonder, I might be able to weather another turn. Because Dave's going to have to come to me anyway.
We've got a question from Anonymous Rex. So, I think we're talking about Indrasta here. Does she have an ability to Deep Strike?
So all the Stormcast stuff, for each unit you deploy on the battlefield, you can put one in the heavens and bring them down. So that's pretty cool. If your Lord Imperator is on the table, once per turn stuff can come down outside of 7 rather than 9. So potentially I could have left more stuff off the board and then bring them down in his territory. We've got quite small armies here, so I thought kind of a slow advance and just grinding down was the best way. But yeah, definitely a valid tactic. Now, I mean, the banner's pretty good in a fight. But
you name a Stormcast that's not pretty good in a fight. They are an elite army.
I do wonder if he just pushes forwards. He's going to run. If we can start getting models on your side of the board, then that puts some threat on you.
Yeah, I'm very, very weak on that side of the board now. But there you go.
These Stormcast, Let's deal with the numbers. They're going to go up here to put a charge on something over there. Because I'm slowly kind of pincering you now.
Yeah.
Okay, so that is my movement phase. Obviously, if you wanted to, any units within 9 of them, you could use your ability to make them move d6 inches.
Nope.
No? Okie dokie?
Nope. No interest in that.
So we're going into the shooting phase, and I have quite a bit of shooting, Dave. We're going to go with the Lord first, firing his big bolts of shooting stuff in your face, the baton, the Stormcaller baton, d6 shots. We get 5 shots.
And these are obviously they've got to go into
They
the
have to go
rippers.
to the...
Yeah, that's not changed.
They are hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. That is 3 hits, wounding on 3s, 1 wound at -1.
6+ save.
And that is just 1 damage.
Did I put Mystic Shield on them?
It's a 1 anyway.
Yeah. Might have done actually. I might have put. Is that 1 damage?
1 damage.
Okay.
I think you put your Mystic Shield on your Iron Jaws, didn't you?
You did it on these guys.
Yeah, I think I did actually. So 1 damage on that guy there.
Yep, and Indrasta has to shoot them. I was hoping that you do a bit more damage, then that'd free her up to shoot your banner. But, it's not the end of the world. She gets 1 shot, she's hitting on 2s, wounding on 2s. She is hit. She is wounded, that is -2 rend.
No save.
D6 damage. 2 damage.
Okay, that kills him. And puts pointed damage on that guy.
Which means my guy, I don't think, I think he is just within 3 inches maybe, on the other side of our base, unfortunately. So that's shooting. Going into the charge phase. I'm not doing anything in the charge either. I'm going to charge. These guys are going to try and charge.
Okay. Oh,
A 10-inch
10-inch charge.
Come around that side of the board. And they are going to...
I will be using a command point at this.
Will you?
At
For
the end
them
of the
to
charge
shoot?
phase. Yeah.
Okay, what we're going to do is... There's no sorry, Dave.
It's okay.
They're going to form up in a tight little unit round here.
Is this to stop me from piling in with my?
Yeah, and it's just a bit
Kill
more of a
boss.
manageable formation because they can reach anyway. There's no downside to
Yeah.
having guys in 2 rows.
So I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna use a command point. I'm gonna unleash hell with the Hobgrots on this unit.
Yep.
So I get 10 dice. 6, 10. Just make sure my maths is right. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So it's -1 to hit. So I'm hitting you on
5, I believe.
5s. Last time I did this, I hit none of the times. Could you?
No, for 6s you're talking about.
No, all that attack.
You can this is in my charge phase though. Use all that attack in the shooting phase or the combat
You can
phase.
only issue 1 command to a
Oh,
unit
of
at a
course,
time.
yeah. So we have at least hit you twice.
Okay.
No idea what it wounds on because we've never hit before. Wounds on a free! Grenade! Wounded you twice. -1.
-1. That's a 4+ save, I believe, on my Vindictus. Get grenaded by Grots, they don't care. Okay, that's exciting. Anything? You guys have any other tricks, Dave?
No other tricks right now.
Cool. So I've got 1 command point left. Do I all-out attack with this unit and try and put down your boss? You could. You've got a lot of wounds. 10 wounds have you got?
I've taken 2 because I've healed up,
taken 2.
didn't I?
So I can't kill you. I'm hitting on 3s anyway. I'm gonna save that command point for something more important.
Okay. Is that your final decision?
Yeah.
I am going to all-out defense on him.
Cool.
'Cause
Draw it
I
out.
want him to have as many wounds left as possible.
Yeah, cool. Okay, so we get 11 attacks there. 5, 10, 11. Hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s. Don't forget each 6 is a mortal wound.
How dare you nick my allegiance ability?
So that is 3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
Hitting on 3s. So it wouldn't have made much difference, the all-out attack anyway. And wounding on 3s. That is 4 -1 save to make.
So 3+ save now. I failed 1.
So a total of 4 damage there, Dave.
4 damage, so he's taken 6.
So he's got 4 wounds left.
Yep. He's taken 6.
Cool.
Okay.
What are you fighting with, Dave?
I am going to be fighting with these heroic little... no, I'm not. Am I? Am I? I'm not going to kill Indrasta, and I'm not going to kill those Annihilators. But then I'm... How many wounds has Indrasta got left?
She's got 6 left. Yeah, my dice, how many wounds they got left, just for ease of seeing.
Okay. So...
Well, we've got to go down in the chat. Nothing. How are we doing, guys? Are we up to any hobby at the minute while we're playing? While David's deciding what to fight with over
What
here?
to fight? Do I go with the Hobgrots, or do I go with the 2 remaining Gut Rippers who are probably at best just going to dint an Annihilator. Unless they get lucky. The Hobgrot's wound on 5s. No rend. They do get 2 attacks each.
They've got a 1 inch range, so they can fight in 2
6s.
ranks. They haven't got exploding 6s because they're not Hobgrot.
No, they've got exploding 6s and 6s become 2 hits.
Oh, sorry, but they haven't got mortal wounds.
They haven't got mortal wounds, no. We are going to go with the Hobgrot. No, we're not. We're going to go with these 2.
You're going to go with those 2?
We're going to go with these 2 on your Annihilators.
Why are you playing with them? Dual Knight Jess has been assembling some Kruleboyz. If you've not seen Dual Knight Jess's Kruleboyz, they look amazing. She's done a cracking job on them. Just the Gut Rippers left to build for that side of the box now. Awesome, can't wait to see them done.
So we've got 5 attacks, Matt, going on your Annihilators.
On the Annihilators, okay. I am going to... no, that's fine.
Okay. We've done a mortal wound.
Yep.
And hit you twice.
Okay.
Forced to wound, no normal wounds, so just a 1 mortal wound.
2 plus save. Oh,
It's
no,
a
no
mortal
wound.
wound.
So it's a 1 mortal wound. 2 wounds left on one of these guys. Cool. Okay, well that makes my decision easier. I'm going to fight with the Stormcast.
Yeah.
The Vindictors. So that is 8 attacks plus the champion for 9 attacks. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Into those pesky Hobgrots.
Thinking about it, I should have gone with the Hobgrots because even if I got lucky and killed an Annihilator, you're just going to bring him back.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that was a tactical error. Should have gone with the Hobgrots first.
So, you know, it's one of those things though, isn't it? You know, where you pick up some vision.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they're hitting on 3s. There's not the greatest, and there's no mortal wounds there, Dave. But really, I just need to start thinning the numbers. Wounded on 3s. Only 3 go through, -1 rend. I don't believe they've got a save, do they?
6 plus save, so no
3
save.
wounds.
3 wounds. We're going to take them from... We're going to take them from over here.
Quite a bit of hobby going on in the
Don't
chat
need that
actually.
banner.
James Turner is painting some Adeptus Titanicus, which we really need to have a game of that.
Now, but don't forget, if you leave that guy there, he's not within range of 2 models, if depending on how you pile in.
Yeah.
I mean,
So-
you can't. Well, you need to. It's at the end of the. It's in the battle shock phase. It happens.
So I
as long
can
as he
pile
piles in
Yeah.
towards it. Yeah.
So I'm going to take those 3 off because I want that banner for re-rolling that Battleshock test.
Sorry, Jay. What was that?
James Turner painting some Adeptus Titanicus.
Nice. What are we
The
painting?
Knights.
Night Styrics. That's the Forge World. One that fires a black hole. Is it off the top of my head?
Oh, is this the Adeptus Mechanicus you looking
Yeah.
at? Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I've got a maniple that I need to paint up as Legio Mortis. We need to have a game. In fact, everyone in the chat, would you like to see some Adeptus Titanicus on the stream? Because I'm desperate to play a game, Jay. Don't know about you.
Well, I am. I painted a maniple of Legio Griffonicus over lockdown last year, and they've not seen battle yet.
Excellent.
They've not walked.
So we're going to go with these guys next because it's all I've got left because they've fought. So they're only a 1 inch range.
This
but
is
they're
your
a
last
tiny
unit to
base.
fight with, is it?
No, he's got to fight.
Oh, he's
yeah.
got to fight, yeah.
But you've already fought against him.
Okay, on that, okay, yeah.
Thanks for it, Timo. Yeah, the guys have done a great job getting these models painted so quickly.
I'm not quite finished yet. There's the Hobgrots especially need finishing some of the characters, but the Gut Rippers are nearly there. The big guy's nearly there. The Shaman's maybe 75% done. So
This is my battle round still, isn't it?
yeah.
So you've still got yours. Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. So I am going to go with my Slitter Knives. So these are hitting on 4s, but 6s are 2 hits.
6s to 2 hits, okay?
So 4s to hit.
Yeah, looks like we're playing Adeptus Titanicus soon then, Matt.
Excellent. Oh, there's quite a bit of love for Titanic in the chat. Okay,
So we've
excellent.
got 3 6s there, Matt. So I want to add 3 dice back into the pool.
Yep, and then they wound on 5s.
And then they wound on 5s.
These are the Hobgrots, Dave.
These are the Hobgrots. Wounded on 5s.
What are they actually attacking with here? Because they've got grenades, but
They got little knives.
little knives. Okay.
Knives and grenades.
Knives and grenades.
Excellent. I can't wait to see like this sort of the Hobgrots and potentially.
That is
Kestrels
4
flashed
wounds,
out.
Matt.
4 wounds. I think there's no
4
rend on
wounds,
these.
no rend.
3 plus save for the Vindictors. They managed to wound 1.
Woohoo!
So that is a wounded Stormcast Eternal. Just put a little wound marker on him. Stick it on that guy. Amazing.
Okay. Do you have anything else to fight with?
I do. So you've just got that left, haven't you? I've got all of this. So you don't remove models and get him out of combat, he's just going to pile in 3 inches there. And stab some grots, because why not? So he is going to punch you in the face with his blessed hammer. 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. He is hit 3 times. He is wounding on 3s. That is 1 at -1.
So 6 will save.
2 damage.
2 damage. That puts the boss down. I'm just going to move out of the way for a second. It puts the boss down onto 1 wound remaining.
He's got 3 wounds, has he?
No, that one's dead.
Oh, right, okay.
So he's got 1 wound left. Move you back.
Yeah, the Griffhound's way out of range, so he's only able to punch you. Okay.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah. See, I don't know, they're treated as a single model. I'm going to rule it as the individual model still has to be within to fight, because that just seems to make sense, doesn't it?
Okay.
So your combat, Dave?
So Gnashtooth is going to go next. Really need to kill some Stormcast here, especially if you bring in one back.
Now bear in mind they've got Mystic Shield on them, so they've only got 2+ save as well.
Okay. So we will all-out attack.
You're all out attacking?
Yeah.
How many
Plus
combat
1 to
points you
hit.
got left? 1 more left.
Got 1 left after this. So we will go with the boss ticker first.
Yep.
So this is going to be hitting on 2s.
Yeah.
So it did make a difference. I'm wounding on 2s because of his relic, the Vial of Venom. That is 4 wounds at -1.
So that's a 3+ save.
Ooh.
3 go through. How much damage
2
is this?
damage each.
So that is 3 dead Stormcast. So 3 Stormcast die.
That's better.
However, they're going to hit you with Celestial Lightning when they die.
So this happens before my next attack.
So let me check the wording. Before removing the model from play, well, technically you'll get to roll everything first, but they will hit you. So here's we'll do it while we're. I mean, you can wait till the end, see if they all die.
Yeah, yeah. So now I'm going to do Bone Crushing Fangs. These are also hitting on 2s. Missed with 1. And then these are wounding on 3s because the Vial of Venom doesn't affect the mounts. That is 2 at -2.
So 4+ with Mystic Shield on, saves them both.
Okay.
So we have got 3 Stormcast died. They've got Thunderstrike armour, so there's 6 wounds there. So roll 6 dice plus an additional 3 dice for their Thunderstrike armour. Each 6 with a mortal wound to you.
So you get an extra dice for every model.
For every model, yes. So 9 dice looking for 6s mortal wounds on your big fella.
Okay.
They've done a mortal wound.
Just 1.
That has the potential to be really nasty though.
So he's taken 7 wounds now.
He's got 3 wounds
3
left.
wounds left.
Okay.
But that's his best showing so far in combat.
It is.
Dodgy Roller has just joined us in the chat.
Dodgy Roller, how are we doing, Andy? Are you having a good time? Have you ordered your copy of Dominion this morning?
I think Andy was on about skipping it, you know. I think it was just
Was he?
called
Was he?
Rulebook.
Yeah, interesting.
That's why the word. That's what I hear on the grapevine.
That's what you hear on the grapevine.
There's no ogres in the box, that's why.
This
No
is
ogres
true.
over
This
the
is
ranges.
true. So that's all your stuff for, isn't it?
That is all my stuff for.
So my Praetors may as well punch your guy.
Your Annihilators.
Annihilator, sorry, punch your guy. So 3, 7 attacks because we've got the squad leader back. Put him back, yes I have. They are hitting. I mean, there's really no use in using the command point. They're hitting on 3s. So that is that.
It'd have made a slight difference.
They are wounding on 3s. That is 3 wounds at -1.
6 plus saves. 3 6s.
Splat.
1 6. But he's dead. I tell you what, they were slightly. They stood there for a while.
Yeah, they did.
You've been caught off guard by the Nagash flavoured Stormcaster.
Exactly that.
Oh.
So that, I believe, brings us to the end of
My turn.
your turn.
So we need to check for Battle Shock here. I believe I get auto pass bravery within a range of someone. Indrasta. Stormcast wholly within 12 of Indrasta. Don't roll for bravery. which makes both of these units fine.
Okay, so my Hobgrots would have to take... So they've lost 3 models.
Yep.
I'm fine, because they are Bravery 4.
Oh, so they just passed.
I would have got a reroll because I kept my banner alive, but I really just needed that one.
Yeah.
And that's it, I don't need to take any more Battle Shock.
So that's the end of my turn 3. We're on to your turn 3.
Yep, so heroic action.
Mm-hmm.
I am clearly going to try and heal...
Interesting.
that guy.
Okay.
My killer boss. Needs to roll another d6, Dave. He's failed it, because he's only Bravery 7.
He's failed it. I'm going to put... Yeah, let's try and heal her. Let's try and heal Indrasta. Yep, does it. D3 wounds. She is 9 wounds. I think she's on her top profile now. Indrasta, yep, she's fully healed.
Okay. She is a problem. So, spells. We are going to... Mystic Shield, is that a range of 18?
Mystic Shield is, if you bear with me 2 seconds, Mystic Shield is a range of 12.
Range of 12. Wholly within 12.
Yep.
So we're all like doing multiple Path to Glories with multiple armies.
Range of 12, not wholly
Doesn't
within
have to be
12.
wholly within, no.
With lots of different armies. What are the guys in the chat? Have you got your own plans for Path to Glory? Which armies are you going to start 3rd edition with?
Yeah, I mean, we very much want to focus on Path to Glory on the channel and on the website as well, because we haven't really seen much in the way for Path to Glory. A lot of other websites are doing match play games and talking about the tournament play. We're all about the narrative here and fun games and just rolling some dice. So if you want to get involved with the Tale of Sprues, #Tale of Sprues campaign, why not build up a Path to Glory army slowly over the course of the year? You don't have to jump in with 2,000 points to do match play. You could start a Path to Glory at 600 points, just a couple of kits and slowly work on them. That also means you can play on the smaller board size and, you know, maybe get some games in on your lunch break as well.
Okay, so the first thing I want to do is I'm going to put Mystic Shield on my Allied Boys.
Okay.
It has gone off just.
I'll try and stop it with the Arcanum. Stops it on 8.
Stops it. His second spell, we're going to try an Arcane...
So, Minis and Cat says I'm going to need a spreadsheet for Path to Glory. I have created a spreadsheet. If you head over to our Twitter, @Sprues&Brews, it'll be a couple of posts down. In fact, Jay, do you want to retweet it? And then we've got a spreadsheet there with a nice little template to use for your Path to Glory. So, yeah, that should be useful.
We're going to try the new Arcane Bolt Matt for his second spell.
Arcane Bolt.
Fails. Right. Nothing else to do in the hero phase. So it's on to movement and...
No, nothing else to do in your hero phase?
We've not done... Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I'm going to use a command point in the hero phase to try and bring these guys back.
Oh, rally. Okay.
No.
So you're looking for 6s with Rally, bring a model back for each 6. Really useful on multi-wounds models. I'm looking forward to trying this on the Kernoth Hunters.
Yeah.
Kernoth Hunters, units of giants. Yeah.
Oh, giants, yeah. Are they 12 wounds each, the giants?
Yeah, off the top of my head, something like that.
So
yeah.
roll 1/6 and get 12 wounds back on the battlefield.
So we're in trouble on this side of the board. Gnashtooth is currently stuck in combat with those 2 remaining Stormcast. I was tempted to run this guy that way to keep him in this quarter, but he's...
Yeah. As long as I've got 2 models in this quarter, him over there
is pointless.
achieve anything, does it?
So instead...
However, if at the end of the game for Path to Glory, if there's no models in a quarter and you've still got models in it, they get extra glory at the end.
Yeah.
Renown, sorry.
Yeah, but I'm always concerned that you're going to keep your banner guy in this corner and it's just going to be a trade-off 1-for-1. So we're going to have a banner off.
A banner off.
We're having a banner off.
James Turner is definitely going to be choosing one of the armies out of Dominion to start his Path to Glory with. Why not both?
Yeah.
2 Path to Glories. And Dodgy Roll Andy is working on updating his current armies. His corn army is no longer 2k, so I'm assuming he's talking about the points increases that are coming in General's Handbook 2021.
Yeah, so there's some. I think generally across the board, armies are smaller, but I'd say not to the extent of 40k. I think your army's going to be more or less the same. You might have to drop a unit or tweak things around. Slaves to Darkness, I think, got off pretty lightly. I think there's some stuff that's gone down for them.
Apparently, I've not double checked myself, but apparently Caragons, which I expected to have some pretty hefty hikes because they're quite competitive at the moment, have only had sort of small increases.
Yeah, most armies have had vaguely the same amount. And you know, looking at a spreadsheet, seeing the difference between points increases, it doesn't really come into it when you fact that your heroes have got all these heroic actions, your monsters have got different abilities now, so it's very hard to compare them point to point to the previous edition. Arguably, small units and multi-wound models are worth more because of abilities like we've seen in this game where you can bring them back.
Yeah.
Plus, they count as extra models as well on objectives and things like that.
So it's very hard to compare the points to the previous edition. What I'd say is don't worry about trying to do a super competitive list straight away. Have a few games and see how it plays up and what works.
But Timo is gonna get a squig army going for Path to Glory.
Oh yes.
You know what? I've always fancied doing a squig army. It's one that I've not actually done.
I think squigs will be brilliant, like growing a squig herd from a couple of squigs to a...
That would be amazing.
And what I hope to see, and hopefully we see it in the Warhands book and the Stormcast book when they come out, is stuff themed to that army in the Path to Glory section. So themed territories.
Instead of calling your stronghold a stronghold, you'd call it a squig farm.
Squig pen.
Could be squig pen, and there could be squig related territories.
That's excellent.
Oh, mangle squig.
This is probably throwing.
This
This is probably throwing my Ardboys to their ultimate death.
Okay.
But I have got to throw something at these, I think, and I need to kill those annihilators.
Okay.
So
again, kill them again.
Yeah, kill them again. We'll see how that goes. So we have finished with movement. Time to shoot. So I have very kindly moved my Ardboys in front
If you want
of
to shoot
my
them, they
shoots.
can shoot them, Dave. And they can see them.
Cool. Can I shoot through this?
So woods block line of sight.
So I'm just going to have to be those...
Though, models with... Oh, she's got 9 wounds, yeah. Woods block line of sight. If she had 10 or more wounds, you could see her.
Right. They're going to have to shoot your praetors then, because there's nothing else they can see.
And I quite like that. The one disappointment I've got of this edition is that they didn't kind of overhaul scenery. That makes up for a bit. I hope that we get some kind of expansion or something where they build on that and have different abilities like that. Because it'd be good to have areas of terrain that block line of sight, but you can still move through, like the Wildwoods.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We're playing, Andy, about 1,300 points-ish, 1,350 points.
Yeah, so off the top of my head, you get about 1,300 and something points in the Stormcast side, and about 1,070-ish points on the Kruleboyz side. So Dave's added a couple of units of Uruks just to even it out a little bit.
Yeah, a unit of 5 Ardboys and a unit of 3 Gore Grunters who are no more.
So normally in a Path to Glory you'd start at a fixed points level, but we were originally going to do 1,000 points, but we thought I'd be ashamed not to use Indrastra and some other bits. So we've basically done a Path to Glory 1,360 points or something random like that.
Yeah. So bolts into these guys.
Yep.
So hitting on 2s, but we want 6s really. No 6s this time. I believe they're freeze to wound. I'll just double check that. I think that's definitely going to be 1 wound.
So 1 wound.
-1.
They've got a 3+ save, so 4+. 4+. No.
2 damage.
2 damage. That does not kill one. They've got 3 wounds each. So one's got 1 wound left.
Okay.
Hit on that guy.
That is not all of my shooting.
Is it not?
Because my Hobgrots can shoot your Stormcast.
They can indeed, with their grenades.
So 2, 4, 6, 7, 5, 6, 7. I'm not -1 to hit, am I?
You're not -1 hit now.
So I'm hitting on 4s.
I wish the Hobgrots had that poison rule, because those grenades would be mental, wouldn't they?
Yeah, they would. Wound on 3s. 1 wound, Matt, at -1.
-1. 4 plus save.
Grenade.
Yeah, it goes through.
1 damage.
Stormcast.
Killed a Stormcast.
Sadly,
with a Hobgrot grenade.
because of the way I've deployed, I'm not close enough to hit you with the lightning.
Okay.
Is it within an inch of a
Within an
model?
inch, yeah. So that's why when I was fighting this guy, took the front rank first to get the lightning on him.
So that's all the shooting. Charges.
Charges, yep.
Killer Boss on foot is charging this unit of Stormcast.
He's charging, yep. Don't forget, you don't have to declare who you're charging until you make the roll.
That's true. And the Stab Grod is coming in. He wants a piece of that action. We are next going to go with the Merc Knob.
Yep, who's he charging?
It doesn't matter, does it?
Oh, yeah.
That's exactly what he said.
Exactly what I just said.
He definitely wants in.
Yep.
He's coming on this side.
Okay, I'm going to use my command point this turn from my Lord to issue shooting with Indrasta.
Oh! Okay.
So what is that even called? It is...
Unleash Hell.
Unleash Hell, yeah. So Indrasta is going to shoot you.
So you're -1 to hit.
So hits on a 3. She hits. Wounds you on a 2. Yep, that is -2 rend.
I wanted a banner off, Matt. Why are you not letting me have my banner off?
Yeah, that Unleash Hell is really good because it doesn't have to be the unit that's charged that does it.
-2, you say?
-2.
So he's at a 6+ save.
Yep.
Hey!
He makes it.
He wants this banner fight.
He's got a
He
spear
wants
lodged in
banner
his
fight.
face, but yeah.
Nashtooth is already in combat. The Ardboys are going to charge. Well, they're just going to charge. So they're +1 to charge, I think, because of the.
Then -1 to charge your spell. When was
that
that?
didn't go. That was
Okay.
turn ago. So they've rolled a 9. Now, I don't really want to. I mean, I'm going to have to go within 3 inches of her. It's all a bit of fun, isn't it, guys? It's all a bit of fun. These orcs, they've just been sat doing. They want to get in combat. That's what they do. That's what they do.
What reach have these guys got?
Only 1, so the guy at the back won't get to fight, but the tree's in the way.
Okay.
That is it. So, what on earth do we go with first? I think we go with the Ardboys first.
There's a lot of love for the Stab Grot in the chat, Dave.
Excellent.
He better perform.
He has got to perform. So Nashtooth's only got 3 wounds left. But he's feeling like he can survive that. I think I've got to go with the Ardboys.
The Ardboys, okay.
I think I've got to go with the Hardboys.
So they can pile in.
So I might as well.
I've got no command points left, by the way. Have you got any left for any
I've
stuff?
got 1. I might be able to squeeze him in there.
Well, I mean, but he could go like there, and then he could.
He was already touching the base of
It
that.
doesn't matter as long as he gets no further away.
Okay, right.
So that's it. You can, as long as you're no further away, you can move around things.
Okay, so. I mean, I've kind of got high hopes for my Ardboys, but I'm used to putting like the War Chanter, like the +1 damage. This is just vanilla 5 Ardboys, so this might go horribly wrong.
And what are they attacking?
So they're all going to put their attacks on the Annihilators.
Focusing on the Annihilators, okay.
Focusing on the Annihilators. So we've got 10, 12 attacks. Just 12 attacks. So 5.
12 attacks. Ooh, so who do we think is going to win in the fight between the Ardboys and the Annihilators? The Annihilators are quite tough with their 2+ save. 3 wounds apiece. There's a lot of attacks coming from these orcs, so you never know.
Okay. I have got 1 command point left. Do I all out attack these guys, or do I all out attack? Let's all out attack. That's all my command points gone.
Okay.
So we're hitting on 2s.
Hitting on 2.
That's a fair few 1s. 6s don't do anything for these guys.
Does you only one for the orcs too?
We're looking for 3s. So we have got a disappointing number, 5 wounds at -1.
5 at -1, that's 5 3+ saves on the Annihilators. 2 get through, how much damage are they?
Just 1 damage.
So that kills a single Annihilator.
Who's going to be resurrected by Andrasta in Matt's next turn.
Yep.
Gonna win that priority roll, Dave.
Yeah.
So because of that, I'm going to try and take a cheeky punt at killing your general.
Okay.
They have got Mystic Shield for my turn,
Yeah.
as well, haven't they? So 5 attacks. Obviously, I've got no command abilities left, so we are just scrappy fights now. I'm fishing for the mortal wounds as much as you are.
Yeah.
So we are hitting on 3s here. It's 1 more wound.
2 wounds left.
We are wounding on 3s. That is 2 wounds at -1, 1 damage each.
I don't have anything on me now. Everything's gone off, so I've just got a 4+ save.
He's got a wound left.
He's got a wound left. It's taken 9.
Oh, that wasn't good. That wasn't good. Now, there could be a situation here where Dave kills a model and he fires lightning in his face and kills him.
Yeah. So next, we're going to go with the killer.
So Dodgy Roller is it says 3 1s. Lol. Come on, big boss.
So we're going to go with.
I'm going to say that the forces have been fairly balanced. I know the Stormcast have done a lot of damage there. You were unlucky earlier, I think, Dave.
I was looking before because you did a lot of damage, Dave, to the Stormcast and killed a lot of them, and then a lot of them came back through various abilities.
I think that's something you pick up during the games. I think you just need to make sure that the units are dead, because I only brought back 1 model there, but then I healed the other one as well.
Yeah. But I was going to say, Dave's actually done a good job of thinning the numbers back down again.
Yeah, I mean, this quarter, actually, now, you possibly got the numbers in this quarter now, depending on what happens here.
Yeah. We're going to go with. I'm torn between the Merc Knob and the Killer Boss over here.
Well, Dodgy Roller says, "Come on, big boss."
So that would be Stabgrot and his Killer Boss mate.
But Bertima says, what do you guys make of the points imbalance in the Dominion box between the Orcs and the Stormcast? 200 points seems like a reasonable difference. Probably closer to 300 points. Now, bearing in mind this isn't a starter box to get you learning how to play the game, it is a launch box, so predominantly aimed at existing hobbyists who want the rulebook and either an addition to their existing armies or new ones. You could easily take, an extra box of something for each sides and get a, 1,500 point army built.
I think it's really the Industrial. She's like a limited edition sort of bonus, isn't she? I think if you took her out of the mix, the 2 sides are probably a bit more balanced.
They are.
I am going to go with my banner.
The banner, okay.
So at the start of his combat phase, he rolls a dice for each enemy unit within 3 inches. On a 1, nothing happens. 2 to 5, you take a mortal wound. On a 6, you take D3 mortal wounds.
Okay.
How many wounds has he got?
He's got lots of wounds. He's got more wounds. He's got 6 wounds.
Okay. So you've taken 1 mortal wound.
1 mortal wound. He doesn't have a wound shrug or anything. So he's got 5 wounds left.
He's then got 3 attacks. Hitting on 3s. Oh, 2 1s. The dream is dead. 1 wound at -1.
So 4+ save. Nope.
2 damage.
2 damage. So he has got 3 wounds left. So if anyone's new to the channel, Dave is notorious at rolling 1s.
Absolutely notorious.
Especially when it matters as well.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're thinking about taking him to a doubles and just getting him to roll Battle Shock for us.
Yeah.
What we're going to do is kill this unit of Grots, because if they die and you don't kill anyone, I own this quarter as well.
Mm-hmm.
So the Vindictors are going to go all in on killing those Grots. Stab them real good. So we have got 7 attacks. Let's see if we can kill them. Hitting on 3s. That's not too good, really.
I think you only killed 3 last time as well.
Yeah, wounded on 3s. That is 2 at -1.
So I don't get a save.
Don't get saved for 2 die.
So just 2 die.
Boop.
Bop.
That does seem like cruelty to Grots.
Okay. So who else have I got left to fight with? I've got Nashtooth and I've got the Killer Boss, but there's nothing to worry about here. Let's go with the Killer Boss on his Stabgrot.
Thank you very much, Stormcast Games, for following us. Much appreciated. Hope to see you in future on some more streams. We do a painting stream on a Sunday, and yeah, we're going to try and do these regularly every Saturday as well. The gaming streams. If we can get the nod from our other halves, we might even try and do a midweek stream as well. I think it'd be good to get some small, quick, maybe an hour-long games at 600 points of Path to Glory is the plan.
So my Killer Boss with his Stabgrot buddy is going to go next against these pesky Stormcast.
Yep.
We've got the Boss Hacker first.
Mm-hmm.
4 attacks, hitting on... I don't have any command points left, do I?
I think you used your last
Used
one.
it, yeah. Did I use it?
I don't know.
I think you've got a command point left.
I think I got... No, I didn't. Oh, no, I did. I did. I've got none left. So, these are hitting on freeze. So, 2 more... so, 2 have gone through as mortal wounds.
Yep.
So, that's 4 damage already.
Yep.
1 hit, 3+ to wound. So, that is -1.
So 4 plus save. Nope.
So, that would be another 2 damage.
So they're all dead.
There you go. Stabgrot didn't even get to go.
However, we need to roll for the mortal wounds here.
Are they all dead before Stab got
Yeah,
down to him?
Stab
They all lied down, just died. They didn't want to face Stab.
Intimidated.
So what we're going to do, Dave, is 6 of them are going to go on your war boss. How many wounds has he got?
He's got 6 wounds.
Soften him up a bit, but then he can heal himself on the grots. That is 3 mortal wounds on the grots.
3 mortal wounds on the grots.
But alas, the Stormcast are dead. They return to Azir
3.
in a bolt of lightning.
I mean, these hobgrots. Oh, actually, I will have a hobgrot remaining because I've got my Killer Boss to only ensure only once.
Does that work on the hobgrots, or is it Oryx?
It's just a Kruleboyz unit.
There you go, cool.
I think they have the Kruleboyz.
There's some disappointment in the chat that Stabgrot
Didn't
had
get
his
to fight.
moment of glory yet.
Didn't get to
Stabgrot
fight.
is biding
And
himself.
unfortunately, it's going to take him some time to get into another combat.
It is.
So, have you got anything else?
I've got loads of stuff to fight. I've got loads of stuff to fight. So, therefore, it's a shame they didn't do anything here. He's the only one of your models left to fight, isn't he?
Yes.
So, what we're going to do is... I need to free up some room. Can he fit in there?
His time will come. It will. You're right, Andy.
He can't fit in there, so he can't pile in yet. So what I'm going to do, he's just going to pile in a little bit there, just to make a bit of space. And fight you, the Praetor. Annihilator, sorry. He's the Annihilator and he is the champion as well. So he gets 4 attacks. These are hitting on 3s. Fairly pitiful fighting from the Annihilator. And wounding on 3s. That's 2 at -1.
2 at -1 on the Ardboys. I think they've got a 4+ save. Let's just double check. Ardboys have a 4+ save. So 5s, 2 of them.
5, yeah. It's 2 damage.
2 damage. So that is a dead Ardboy.
Splat. A dead Ardboy. Okie dokie. So, your general, I guess.
Yep. So he's going to go with his sticker first. There goes the dice. We'll grab another one. So he's hitting on 3s. He's misses with 1, I think. No 6s. 3s to wound. No, 2s to wound because of his artifact. So that is 3 wounds at -1.
3 wounds at -1 on the Vindictors. 4+ save. I saved 2 of them. 1 goes through.
2 damage.
2 damage. Kills 1. So is that all his attacks?
Nope.
Okay.
We've then got the Mount, the Bone Crushing Fangs. These are also hitting on 3s. So 3 hits again, no 6s. And these are 3s to wound. 2 wounds at -2.
So they've got Mystic Shield on them as well. I can't remember what I rolled the first time. He's dead. Doesn't matter. So that'll put him on a 2+4+ save.
Yeah.
Nope.
That's another 2 damage each.
Okay, so they're dead. I roll 6 dice. Every 6 is a mortal wound. Mortal wound, he's dead.
He's dead. Well, he did well. I thought you did alright.
Sadly, the Stormcast numbers are depleting, but I may have enough units to still do this.
Yeah.
So next, the General. You know what? Let's just make some space. Indrasta's going to pile in and do some stabbing to you. Indrasta gets 4 attacks, and she is hitting on 3s with the Blade of the High Heavens. She's done better than she has done in previous battle rounds, and she is wounding on 2s. That is 2 minus 2.
So 6s. 1 failed.
3 damage.
So that is bop and bop.
Okay, so he's going to pile in. And the Griffhound. And they are also going to attack you. He gets 4 attacks, I do believe. So 4 attacks, hitting on 3s with his Warhammer. 3 hits. Wounding on 3s. Yep, 3 wounds at -1.
5s. Past 2.
That's 2 damage.
That kills that one and puts that wound on that one.
And then the mighty Griffhound. In fact, we need to name the Griffhound. Chat, any ideas for my Griffhound's name? He's been loyal and dependable, and I think he killed some Uruks last time as well, didn't he?
I think he might have done.
In fact, he might have killed a Gorgruncher. He's done quite well. So 4 attacks, hitting on 3s. And he's wounding on 4s. I think this is the first time he's fought without some kind of buff on. He's still done it though. 2 wounds with the Griffhound, no rend on them.
4s.
The Griffhound rips down one of the Uruks.
Kills an Uruk, leaving just the one alive.
And then that leaves my Banner Bearer to do some stabbing of his own.
I really need this guy to live.
He's pretty good in combat. He gets 4 attacks, hitting on 3s, wounding on 3s, -1 rend, 2 damage each. So he is hitting on 3s. He has hit 3 times. How many wounds has he got?
He's got 5 left, I think.
He's wounding on 3s. He's only wounded once, Dave. 1 save at -1.
So 5 will save. He's failed it.
Loyal, dependable, irritatingly sticks around longer than you want. Not Lee.
Not Lee. There you go. Berserk in chat as well. How are you doing? Charge for the Emperor Sigmar. I mean Sigmar. Can we get a side view? Potentially, if Jay, you want to set up camera 1 position first. Do you switch to camera 2?
Right.
Yep. And then whack on camera 1. You can get a nice view of this combat if you want to reposition this one. So, there you go. Don't ever play with that. So, yeah, Jay will get this set up for some cinematic shots. So, what have we got here? That is everything fought now, isn't it?
It is.
We've got no battle shock on my side because
But I do have a battle shock.
you do have a battle shock.
So my hard boy, because you can't fail with the Annihilators, he's bravery 6 and he's lost 4 of his mates.
Yep. So 8, and what's his bravery?
6.
So we'd lose 2 models. Oh, sorry. Yeah, he's dead, isn't he?
He's gone.
And those guys have lost a load of models as well.
Yeah. So I'm gonna roll this. They're gonna fail. They failed, but because they're within 3 inches of him, I'll lose only 1. So I mean, we'll just get rid of the banner.
Okay, cool. There's not a lot left on both sides of the battlefield.
No,
here.
it's looking very thin on the ground, and I really need to take this next priority.
So we need to work out points.
Yeah.
You've still got those 2.
Yeah.
I've just got these 2 based on because she's going to be worth 2 as well,
Yeah.
as is he.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 to 2. So it's been a very close game to be fair, but the numbers are starting to thin
Yeah.
quite a bit now.
Yeah.
So priority roll for the 4th battle round.
Bearing in mind I got double turned as well, so I'm feeling good. 3. Middle of the road.
3.
So
I
you
go
win
first.
ties. Yeah.
Well, I get to pick. I really feel I need to consolidate here, don't I? So yeah, I'm going to take it. So I get a point for going first, and a point because my general's on the table. Your general is no longer alive, so you just get the 2 points.
Yeah. Just get the 2 points for going second.
There's some love for the quote Flappy Bird Lady. Nice paint job.
Flappy Bird, thank you very much. That is Indrasta, the Celestial Spear. Yeah, really nice model to build and paint. Really enjoyed doing it. Dave. What do we do here? It's a long ball charge. Because I feel I've now got a situation where I can push deep into your territory now and put some hurt on.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're going to do is put... She's not had her finest hour on. So she'd be able to use that command ability, that heroic ability, because my generals used it, but that's the only time you can use it in the entire game. So I feel... does she need it though? Because she's wounded on 2s anyway, but it gives her
an extra save.
Bonuses, doesn't it?
Gives her an extra +1 to a save.
Yeah. So yeah, their finest hour.
Finest hour.
I don't know. No, we're not going to do that. We're going to heal the banner. I feel that's a sensible option. It gets D3 wounds back. 1 wound back.
Do I heal my banner?
JH Kim has just subscribed. Thank you very much for the follow. Let's give a shout out what you're working on at the moment. Are you painting anything? Are you playing some Warhammer yourself today? I know you guys probably haven't got Dominion in your hands yet. I know a couple of people watching the chat do, but I think all the points are pretty much online, as is the core rules as well. So hopefully people get to play some games of Warhammer this weekend.
It's very hard to heal with the Oryx because the bravery is so low.
So obviously you've got other options. So we'll go through, if anyone who's new to the 3rd edition hasn't seen what you can do. In the heroic hero phase, there's heroic actions you can do. There's heroic leadership, where if your general's dead on a 2+, you can get extra command points. You could also make a wizard able to unbind spells as if they're a wizard, which is a really good way for Caradrons and the like to be able to stop spells. You can do their finest hour. That is once per game per hero, but gives them +1 to wound and +1 to save. Or heroic recovery, which is a heal. Now, the Stormcast heal really easily because they've got high bravery. The decision that Dave's got to make, it's a bit of a gamble for the Oryx because you've got to roll pretty low on 2d6.
That banner bearer is all on his lonesome.
Yep.
It is his finest hour.
His finest hour.
He's going to go for that. So he's +1 to wound and +1 save.
Okay. He's going all out then.
He's his own hero. So yeah, that's what he's going to go for.
+1 wound, +1 save. Yeah, he's the hero we need right this moment. Okay, cool. So Indrasta is going to do her magic and make a Stormcast come back for zap. Now, you're lucky that you killed this unit, otherwise you might have had a bit of a problem where a little unit can start getting bigger over the course of the game, and those guys are so hard to shift.
Well, you had 3 of them in the unit, and I've killed them so many times now.
Yeah.
A lot of love for your decision, Dave, on the heroic action there.
Absolutely. I think it was the only decision that could be made in that situation.
If only the Stabgrot was over there.
If only the Stabgrot, yeah, that's the Stabgrot. If there's some kind of heroic action to make the Stabgrot like join the fight and take it.
Absolutely sprint and charge.
Hand of Gork? Isn't that a spell?
Hand of Gork, yeah. Do they need +1 save? Mystic Shield on the Annihilators. On a 8.
That's your only spell you can cast, isn't it?
It is, yeah. I can cast
so let's try and stop it. No.
So they've got me. So put the silver unicorn dice on them. They've got Mystic Shield. Okay, so we're looking pretty good, Dave. We're looking pretty good. Movement phase. We need to make sure that we can put some pressure on your side of the board and potentially get some more
this
points.
Could be the game-winning turn.
Maybe. It could all go horrifically wrong, though. So, Indrasta is going to have to make her move, isn't she? She's outside of 3 of that guy, so she's... Oh, is she? Is she? You know what? She might be in combat. Which is good business line. Have we got a... Yeah, we go. 3-inch marker. I think, a judge's decision there, Jay on the camera, but I think we are just within 3 inches.
It does look like it's within 3 inches.
So she can't do that.
The heroic Merc boy is
Merc Knob.
Merc Knob.
I mean, he is absolutely dying this turn because of that.
I was going to say, if you moved in Jastro, I wasn't going to move the camera. The camera's staying on the Merc Knob.
This is it. This is it.
Clearly, he needs to be finished painting next.
So that does change things a little bit, which is annoying. So we're going to go with the Annihilators. Now they're quite slow. They only move 4 inches, but it's going to be like there, isn't it? So we get them. Oops. They don't need to move far, Dave. Just far enough to charge. That is a shame, because I think she'd have made short work of that Shaman over there.
And redeploy is a ability you can only use in the opponent's charge phase.
That is right, yeah. That is right. So I think we're going to have to move the commander. Now that's a long ball charge. He's not going to make that. You just get a re-roll though with the banner. So you never know. Ideally wanted her over there because I think that Shaman would have been a bit dead, wouldn't he?
Probably.
We are also going to move up these fellas. While they're getting shot at, they may as well move up the table. Now her ability doesn't heal units, I don't believe. It just brings back models. Yeah.
So a model has to die.
You return a slain model, yeah. So can't bring anything. Can't bring any models back here. She's staying hiding there because she's in a table quarter and she's not getting shot by archers. So quite happy with her life there. Any command abilities you're using in that movement phase, Dave?
No, Matt.
No?
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing I want to use there.
So we are going to shoot some stuff. We're going to shoot some stuff. So we'll start with Indrasta because she has to shoot the Merc Knob.
Merc Knob, yeah.
The Merc Knob. So she hits on a 2+ with the Thengavar, her spear. Easy for you to say. She's missing.
Yes! He is a hero!
You're dodging and weaving. Unfortunately, I don't think your guy... he's going to be -1 to hit though, isn't he? And you know what? I can't actually draw a line of sight across there.
No.
So he's going to shoot him as well. Just because he has to, not because he wants to. He respects the heroicness of this Merc Knob.
D6 attacks.
D6 attacks, yep. Oop, into the tray. That is 6 attacks. Hitting on 3s. That's alright. Wounding on 3s. Oops. That is 2 and -1.
5+ save.
1 damage.
1 damage.
How many wounds he got left?
He has got 2 wounds left.
2 wounds left.
I'll just double check. He does definitely have 6 wounds. Yes, he does.
As if he's kept in Rasta there in combat.
Cheeky.
Shocking.
Cheeky.
Charge phase. The Praetors are going to attempt to charge.
Oh, that is a
No,
chunky charge.
In fact, I meant the Annihilators, but if they're in range, they are. I don't think they're within 12 inches. No. So yeah, the Annihilators are attempting to charge. That is 5. They might actually. I think they're within half an inch there. 5 inches, easy.
Yep, they're in.
Okay. Are you using any command abilities? Dave?
I most certainly am, Matt.
Okay, they're wholly within a terrain piece. They've got +1 save. They've got 2+ save.
That's fine because I want to do more wounds to you.
Do you still get the... If you've charged, I don't think you get the bonus for cover in the old edition.
No, you don't. Now, technically, that's when you're in combat. I mean, they've got Mystic Shield anyway, so it doesn't make any difference in this situation. But technically, yeah, if you charge, you don't get the bonus of that.
So
I don't know if that's in the combat phase, though, because technically this is in the charge phase.
Yeah.
We've got 3 aim shots coming from Unleash Hell from those Bolt Boys.
Okay,
so
the aim shots fire in the shooting phase, or...
I'll bear with me.
Just because it might make a difference. It shouldn't do.
When this unit attacks with a crossbow, use the aim shot missile weapon if it did not make a move.
Cool, it did not make a move.
So that is 3. Now, I'm -1 to hit you, so I'm hitting you on 3s.
Yep.
So no mortal wounds, but I did hit you 3 times. I'm wounding you on 3s. Sadly, it's only the 1 at -1.
So that is a 2+ save because they've got Mystic Shield on them. Fine.
Okay.
Cool. The General is also going to make a charge because why the devil not? It is a mighty 10-inch charge.
I think he's done it.
He has as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like a roller coaster of emotions in the chat, Dave.
Go, let's read some quotes from the chat.
Andy's praising your dice rolls. Yes, Dave. And then you fail to wound with your bolt throwers, and it's a no.
Well, I didn't fail to wound. It's just Matt saved it. Well, I did fail on 2 wounds, actually.
I saw the roll on the screen, Dave. It was
Yeah,
I'll count that as a fail.
Okay. So we are going to. Crikey, what are we going to do here?
Can the skull of the Mega Gargan on the back of my Shaman save him?
Maybe. We are going to fight with.
He surely should have a 2+ save, right?
You'd have thought so, but
Not even Mega Guards only have a 4 or 5+ save, Dave.
You know what I'm doing first, so you can't pile out of combat, Dave, because you could easily get out of combat with Indrasta. I'm going to go with her first.
Oh.
Just if you pile around this way, you get out of combat with her, and nobody is having that. And we get a nice cinematic shot for the fight in a glorious, glistening white gold armour. It was white as I could get it in a short space of time. Probably need some more highlights on her, but pretty happy with her so far. So Indrasta Dave going in against this pesky Merc Knob. She didn't use her finest hour, so it's just on her base stats, but she's pretty good in combat. Hit on 3s. I mean, she's rolled 1s every combat phase so far. Let's see if she can take out the Merc Knob. Hit on 3s. She's hit with 3 of them.
Yeah.
She is wounded on 2s. She is wounded with 3 of them. -2 rend.
Have you ever seen 666?
Oh,
You still haven't seen
come on.
666.
6 damage.
6 damage. He's splatted. Absolutely splatted.
So he didn't even get a chance to use his finest hour.
No.
His finest hour saw him die.
Was a 5+ on his save.
I didn't see any 5s
Still,
on the saves.
yeah. I don't think I've rolled any.
So,
Just the
yeah,
1/6.
your fight, Dave.
Well remembered, Jay, because I completely forgot. Even though that was such a heroic deed. We're gonna go with the shaman there, Matt, and
Okay.
he's gonna go against your. All I'm gonna do here is pile them with the pot grot.
Yeah, so this does help because it stops me from
Yeah.
potentially tagging your guys that way.
So we have got first of all the Bog Bark Staff. 2 attacks. Hitting on 3s.
We got some funny quotes in the chat. What's going down?
They love his finest hour. If that was his finest hour, we hate to see his worst hour.
I mean, he was splatted by a 300-point beast. So I've missed once with that. Wounds on a 3. I have
Wounds?
wounded -1.
4+ save. Yeah, he's fine.
Okay, and then the backup stabber from the pot grot.
So the pot grot is in the fight. The stab grot may not be in the fight, but the pot grot is stabbing.
And he misses big time.
Okay, well that makes decisions easier. What I'm going to do, Dave, is pile in round the tree, tagging that unit,
Okay.
and they are going to. They got a 1-inch range.
I only have a 5+ save on that shaman.
Yeah, it's not the shaman they want to kill. It's your nasty guys with crossbows. They've only got a 1-inch range, so I think one of them realistically can attack them.
Mm-hmm.
The other one on the shaman.
Okay.
Is it the bald guy at the front? He's at the back, is he?
He's at the front. Yeah, he's
Cool.
it.
So the captain, champion, the guy in charge of the unit is going to do the stabbing.
The guy with no hair.
They may as well use all that attack.
Okay.
May as well use all that attack. So use a command point there. And yeah, hitting on 2s with all that attack. They made a charge, didn't they?
They did, so they need to do mortal wounds.
I can't remember what the charge roll was. It was about, it wasn't long, was it? It was like a 5-inch charge.
No, I don't think it was very long.
Let's say 5 inch. I think it was. Do you remember, Jay?
I don't, sorry.
It wasn't very far. To the Shaman.
I was too busy laughing at all of the chat about the stab grot and the pot grot. Pot grot stabs the Stormcast. Knife breaks.
Yeah.
4 pluses on the Shaman. He takes 2 more wounds.
Okay.
Oh, it was 5. Well, remember the chat.
It was 5.
Chat came to our rescue.
Thank you, chat.
So 3 wounds down on the Shaman.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, I need to remember these. Eventually, I'm going to make a little cheat sheet. When I go to tournaments and events and stuff, I normally make a little list with all the stuff that activates at different times.
Yeah, I've forgotten.
Thanks
plenty
for
of stuff.
tuning in, Minis and Cats. Hopefully, catch you next time.
Yeah, well, like we say, we're going to try and do these streams every Saturday lunchtime-ish UK time. We also do a painting stream at about 7-ish on a Sunday, again UK time. And yeah, we are open to doing some more streams. Dodgy Roller in the chat as well, might have to draft in as well to join in with some battles on the path to glory. So yeah, we've got all that attack on. 1 going into the shooty Oryx, hitting on 2s because of all that attack. They've all hit. Wounding on 3s. That is 3 wounds at -1.
Sorry, I don't get a
wounds.
save.
4 wounds at -1, 2 damage each.
Don't get a save. 4 of them.
4 at 2 damage each.
Goodbye, Bolt Boys.
And no 714 is now following. Thank you very much for the follow. Hope you're enjoying the battle. So that's the shooter's dead.
They only have a 6+ save.
Ooh, this could change things. And then obviously the other guy is into the what's he called, a Shaman?
Swamp Caller Shaman.
Swamp Caller Shaman. Again, hitting on 2s because of all that attack. Good, because he got 2 2s. And wounding on 3s. That is another 3 at -1.
So I do have a 6+ save here, which I have not done.
That is 6 damage.
He is also dead.
Whew. But, you know, all may seem lost. However, the Stab Grot is still alive.
He is still alive, yes. So that's the end of your turn, isn't
That
it?
is the end of my turn.
So let's be honest, it would be the end of the game at this point, but
it's not the end of the game. The Stab Grot is still alive. The
I
Stab
know.
Grot could
I'm
potentially
going to
kill
finish off.
my entire army.
I'm going to finish off this turn, and let's see if we can get. That's the most important thing. So heroic actions. I am going to do their finest hour on the killer boss and his Stab Grot.
I am going to. It doesn't really matter at this point.
That means he's
does
dead
it?
this turn, isn't it, then, Dave? If Dave uses the finest hour, that hero's dying.
I'm going to heal the general. 10. I don't think he does, no. What's his bravery? It's 9, so he does not heal. He is clearly intimidated by the Stab Grot sizing him up.
I mean, let's be honest. It's a heck of a charge.
Whatever you do, don't lose that table quarter for your only point.
He's
Dave.
staying there. Right, there's no shooting. There's nothing else. There's nothing else of any importance. There's this charge, and I need. It's a 9-inch charge. It's my old favourite. It's my old favourite 9-inch charge.
9-inch charge.
Can he do it?
Wait. How far are you away?
9 inches.
Is it wholly within? I feel like the
You're
unit
not
is within
wrong.
9 inches of an enemy. That is 3. Okay, I'm going to use redeploy on them with my last command point.
You're going to deny snap?
No.
Challenge accepted.
Oh,
4
I see what
inches.
he's doing.
We've got to end on a fight, Dave.
Fair enough. No, that is very honourable of you, Matt. I mean, I'm still going to fail this charge. A 5-inch charge. If you could remove your dice from the tray.
Oh, sorry.
Here we go!
Dave!
I'm using my last command point. Hey,
12-inch charge.
Ah.
Stab Grot is going in.
Right, let's do this. I wanted to use that command point for. Oh no, I'm fine. It's hour, aren't I? Right, so let's go with the boss hacker first. Because I don't think he's gonna. Do we go with Stab Grot first, just in case?
Doesn't make any difference. They count as one model.
Yeah.
So you've had with all their profiles. It doesn't make any difference.
I know, but if
so
he
we get
kills
to roll
them all-
dice.
Yeah, I just want to roll dice.
Got you.
So the prize. This is the prize shiv of the Stab Grot. He gets 3 attacks. He is first of all hitting on 4s. He's hit once. It is his finest hour, which means he's not winning on 4s,
Dave,
he's wounded on 3s.
The chat want to see something here, mate. There's going to be problems if he doesn't do anything.
Oh, he's not done it.
Chat. Should we give the stab grot a chat re-roll? I feel they're going to say yes anyway.
Oh, dear.
I think we're on a bit of a delay.
Come on,
Poor
stab grab.
Stab was good. I feel the love from the chat. They're going to give you a chat re-roll there.
So we're doing a win reroll, are we?
Yep.
He's
still
rolled
missed.
one. What's that? Another reroll? No, it's definitely not his day.
Oh no, Dave.
So let's go to the actual killer boss himself. He's going to show the stab grot how it's done. So boss hacker first, 4 attacks hitting on 3s. So he's not done much better, but at least he's hit twice. Wounding on 2s because of the finest hour. He's wounded once, Matt, at -1.
Once at -1 on the Praetors. They've got
Yeah.
3+ save. So 4+. Go through.
2 damage.
You kill a Praetor.
And then I'm going to flail you.
Flail me.
Flail you.
That doesn't sound very kind.
3s. Double 1. Fantastic.
Oh,
What a way
no.
to finish the game.
His finest hour.
His finest hour.
It wasn't very fine.
Wasn't
hour.
really very fine at all.
Oh dearie me.
And at that point, Matt, I'm going to have to call it a game and keep him alive.
Oh, you've
you've got to fight back.
You've got to fight back. You can't call a game there,
You
Dave.
don't
No,
get off
that's-
that easily.
He charged in. He is fighting. On the plus side, your lone Hobgrot, I think, is your general for the next Path to Glory game, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely.
So these are hitting on 3s. I feel the chat's going to turn on me if I kill the stab
Yeah.
gross here.
You're losing the crowd, Matt. You're losing the crowd.
And they wound on 3s. Oh, that is only 2 at -1.
Okay. Each time I wound on I'm not going to stick him in front of my killer boss. No, that's ridiculous. I should go for saves. So I failed them both. How much damage is that?
4 damage.
4 damage. So it's 4 damage on him.
So Gracier reckons your stab grot fell over on the way in, and then the Gracier also believes that your big boss hit himself in the face with his own flail.
Yeah. It was
Forging
yeah.
the narrative.
It was too much excitement for him. Clearly.
Clearly. So that's the end of the battle round. I get 3 victory points. You get 1. I don't know. I hate to say it, Dave, but I think you're going to struggle to come back from that one.
I think at that point I will call it a game so that Stavgrot survives.
Well, yeah, this is it. Now, obviously playing Path to Glory. So what we're going to do, we'll go to the hold screen for a little minute, and then Hello, so welcome back. We are in the aftermath of the battle. It's been a bloody one. First of all, how did you find the battle, Dave?
Really good fun. Really good fun. It's great to roll dice again after not being able to for months. The Kruleboyz are ace. I really like them. I think they're going to be even better in a big war. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing what else the range is going to get. That troll looks amazing.
Awesome.
But yeah, really good fun.
However, there's been a lot of casualties, Dave. It is a path to glory, so we need to roll to see what happens to them.
Okay, so we'll start with the Kruleboyz, and I'm going to start with my general. So I believe I roll 2d6 for him, Matt.
You do. So you roll 2d6, and then we look at the chart in the book to see what happens to him.
So he's rolled a 5, 6, 7, 8.
Minor injury, no effect. He lives to fight another day.
Fantastic. Let's move him back.
Who have we got next?
We've got the Pot Grot representing the Shaman.
Excellent. The mighty Pot Grot, what happens to him?
I've rolled 4, 5, 6, 7.
A major injury. They start the next battle with 1 wound already allocated to him.
Ooh,
Fell
that's
in the
not
pot.
great. We'll go with the Gut Ripper unit next.
So the unit, is that all your heroes done?
No, it's not. Ignore that. This guy can go next.
Yep, so
It wasn't his finest hour.
it wasn't his finest hour, so 2d6 see what happens to him.
It's a 6.
Same again, starts the game with 1 wound on him.
Right, that's not great.
And now we roll for your units that were wiped out.
Okay, so we got the Gut Rippers.
Yep, so roll a dice. On a 1, something bad happens.
Because I don't roll for the guy who survived, do I?
No, he survived.
Yeah. Roll a
No,
4.
He's fine.
Hobgrot unit number 1.
Oh, I
6.
saw a 1 there. Nope,
Hobgrot unit number 2. Oh no, they survived.
they survived.
They survived. It's okay.
And then finally, yes, Hughes.
Bolt Boys. It wasn't finally. That's
So
a
yeah,
6.
they're all fine. So
I've got my Hard Boys as well.
Oh, your hard boys as well.
Gore Grunters.
Nothing
Fine.
happens.
And finally the Hard Boys.
So well, you've got a couple of wounds on your mod, but you're off pretty lightly. For
Yeah.
the Stormcast, we lost 2 units of Stormcast. So we're going to roll for each of these. On a 1, they get injured at the start of the game. So they are both fine as well, so no injuries. Obviously at the end of the game we got Glory. Now if this was a continuing campaign, we'd have Renown and Glory that we use to upgrade our fighters, add additional units, we'd add new territories. There's lots of cool stuff that we could do. So for example, I'm going to add a new territory to my force after the battle. Jay, if I'm going to switch to the dice cam, I am going to see what territory I find when I'm scouting out the lands. So, what's that? I should have used 2 different coloured dice, sorry. It's a D66 chart. So the red one's first. That is 62. So, during the battle, I come across a faction territory. So in your battle tome, you will have a list of special territories that do special battle tome specific things. Now obviously because we're playing this before the battle tomes are out, we don't get anything. And there is a rule, you can pick any result on the chart if you haven't got one yet.
Right.
So basically I can pick the best one. So what I'm going to do is get a Realmstone Reserve. So after battles my guys are mining away in this mine, and get D3 glory steps in the aftermath sequence, giving me more resources to play with my stuff. Dave, I guess you want to buy a territory as well. If you want to roll 2 different coloured dice.
Yeah, so the purple one is the first one. So 45.
45. You found a wellspring. So you pick 1 unit to benefit from the territory in the aftermath sequence. When you make a recuperating roll, it's treated as having not taken part in the battle. So basically your injured units you can spend a glory on to recuperate them and restore units to them.
Mm-hmm.
Where your heroes take wounds in the next battle, your units, as you roll 1s, the unit gets smaller and smaller because obviously guys have died during the battle. So you can spend glory to bring those back up to full strength. So yeah, that is a quick little look at some of the stuff that you can do in Path to Glory. Now what we'll be doing is having a big Path to Glory campaign. We're going to start at 600 points, keep it small and build it up over the course of next few months. We'll just keep it going for as long as possible really. So if you're interested in that, let us know in the chat. Thank you very much for watching. If you've not already subscribed, all subscriptions are very much appreciated, really helps us out. Like I say, we're looking to do a few different games on here. Some Titanicus, we'll get some 40k on. But yeah, quick round the table. What's everyone's thoughts on 3rd edition of what we've seen so far? Dave?
I really like it. I really like the extra stuff that's been added. I like the heroic actions. We didn't get to use the monstrous ones in this one, but I think they're going to be a lot of fun. And yeah, command points are so much more important now.
Yeah, completely agree with the heroic abilities really changed the game, and like I think you said earlier, Jay, it means those heroes last a lot longer. You can't rely on just picking off a few wounds because they'll get it back. Leading to some tactical choices where, is it even worth doing a couple of wounds? Equally, if there's an important fight going on, do you choose to cause 1 or 2 wounds to give them the difficult decision between their finest hour and healing up? Because their finest hour is a really strong ability. Now obviously we've not played any match play yet. I really enjoyed this game where you're kind of dancing around the table trying to get the quarters.
Yeah, so did I.
Over the course of the campaign, I think we will be doing some match play games as well as some open play games to try and capture as many different types of battles on here. Jay, what were your thoughts as the spectator?
It was really good. I was surprised how close the game was as well. That was really good to see. Dave had to kill the Stormcast army almost twice because the healing abilities of the Stormcast was really impressive. I thought the whole sort of meta game of balancing and juggling your command points, because you get your stack of command points at the beginning of the battle round, and that has to see you through at the beginning. Yeah, it's the beginning of the battle round.
Yeah.
And that's going to see you through 2 turns.
Haven't you?
Yeah. But there are so many options in the game, like the redeploy. I think redeploy is going to be probably. I mean, people gravitate to Unleash Hell. Unleash Hell on paper looks fantastic, but redeploy, I think, is going to be. That's going to be.
I mean, I had a guy out in the open redeploy. I think saved his life by bringing him back a little bit to just make sure he was protected when the other guys went in.
Yeah.
Yeah, and stuff like blocking charges using redeploy, being able to move yourself within piling distance for stuff. I think you got to think about these command abilities. But yeah, that's a look at the Dominion box. It is up for pre-order today. Massive thanks to Games Workshop for sending us a free copy as well to have a look at. We've got a load of review content on the site. Over the next couple of days, we're going to be looking at the General's Handbook when it arrives and doing write-ups for each faction. What works in the new edition, what doesn't. Jay, you've already done a Lumineth one. I'm going to be working on some in the coming days as well. So the plan is, between now and Dominion coming out 2 weeks today, we're going to try and get as many of those faction focuses up every day. We also do a podcast that goes out on a Tuesday, Wednesday normally.
Tuesday, yeah. We record on Monday for this Tuesday.
So yeah, lots of Age of Sigmar stuff coming in the near future. So thank you very much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it and hope to see you again real soon. Thanks a lot, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.